How's it going, everyone? I'm here with Logan. Big ups, Logan. How are you?
Big ups, Lynn. Thanks for having me on.
You had an idea for a tank a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, we were just talking before the stream. I was saying, if I was a filthy rich, I would get a car that was a big ass tank, street legal big ass tank, but it was a tank that was also a convertible.
Yeah.
So that would be my. If I had $1 billion, that's what I'd buy. What would your dream car be? Probably be a mech. Huh?
I don't remember what I said last time, so I guess it's just completely free territory. I kind of want a BA-10 armored car, but I want the turret taken off, so it looks like a big ass armored El Camino. And I would of course have it be pimped up and glammed up and whatnot. But yeah, in the back of the bed though, that's where my mech like walker thing for Metal Gear Solid 5 is. That comes out, yes. and I go inside the red carpet on the mech.
Yeah, you don't walk in public. You use like some kind of mechanized small transport thing. That'd be great.
Yeah, because I got to use my legs for chasing money. I can't use them right now.
Would you? You got me thinking. Would you take the turret off of the armored car, but then replace it with like a cotton candy dispenser? Because that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, like some sort of cash shooter or a t-shirt cannon, something like that.
Yeah, dude, the cannon that just shot $100 bills. That'd be great.
Well, it's coming back to me. When I was talking about this the other day, I was saying I wanted an MI-24 Hindy helicopter, and the Gatling gun shoots out cash. So it just shoots at the ground as I arrive.
Russian inspired.
Yeah. Because the bed opens up. I got all my stuff in there. I got my crew comes out, the take positions.
Yeah. Dude, hell yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. How are you doing today, Logan? I'm happy to have you here.
It's good. I've been looking forward to this for at least 2 days now. when you asked me to come on. So
I've been stoked.
Having a great day. Done with work and all that. So just cool. Happy to chill with you and watch. So
and you had sent me Sleeping Dogs, and I had watched a little bit of this, but I have no memory of it, so it'll be like a fresh experience for me.
Cool. Yeah, it is all. I love this. This is how you don't play, because this happens to be like one of my favorite games of the generation.
Yeah.
Like I just love this game. So it's one of those, this is how you don't plays that really hits for me on all levels.
Mm-hmm. I remember playing this game. I don't remember it being too noteworthy, but I'm happy that DSP is playing it.
Yes.
The Human Centipede. I saw it. I saw the trailer for the new Gundam series. It looks cool. It looks all right. I think the main character is kind of boring looking, but
I saw that too. I'm gonna reserve full judgment until like the thing hits, and because with anime style trailers, you never quite know what you're.
They put the best stuff in there on purpose.
Yeah.
But the people complaining about it. The part that I'm kind of against the complaining on this is people have been asking for Gundam versus Kaiju since day one.
Yes.
So we finally got it. We'll see how it is. And if it sucks, and we'll move on.
Yeah, arguably, they've been asking for this exact thing for almost 50 years now.
Yes.
So we'll see.
I'm stoked for it. And from what I see, the monsters look kind of cool. Like they're biomechanical, and that shit's hype. Biomechanical's
It's
rad.
funny. I almost DM'd you that trailer, but then I was like, no, he's already seen it. I know he's already seen it.
Oh, I was hitting refresh on the stream of it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I knew you'd have that covered.
All right, let's watch Sleeping Dogs.
Let's get into it.
Let me know, guys, if the audio is all horrible.
It sounds good to me.
Okay.
And chat, fuck you.
Yeah, I think it's cool, the Human Centipede, that they're taking some interesting takes with it. Like, I didn't like Witch of Mercury because I didn't like the idea of school Gundam. I'm not really a big fan of mixing school with stuff.
Darkside Phil here, and
iconic opening already, dashboard opening.
Yeah, I missed this.
Because there's about 42 fucking.
Oh, by the way, just want to bring everyone's attention. The Outsider uploaded a mirror of DSP's This Is How You Don't Play Assassin's Creed 3. So,
that's a great one. Leanna's there.
Yes.
I remember that one.
For games, without further ado, let's jump right into it. It's called Grand Theft Auto Hong Kong. Here we go.
How's it going, Wilson?
Auto with
Wilson.
Asians.
Already
See,
fun.
that was
Sex
funny.
volume.
That was actually a little
Max out
funny.
the sex volume, lower everything else.
I would want to have my Japanese friend on watching this too, and just ask him, like, as a Chinese man, does this bother you?
Yes.
Just the whole time. Like, well, I mean, as a Korean man, does this bother you?
Didn't know that? All Asians know kung fu.
Mm-hmm.
He's really trying here. He's making
Yes,
an effort
racist
to be funny.
stereotypes are great, aren't they?
Oh, that's always lame, though. That's always lame. That's a lame move to say racist statement and then say, oh, racist jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's so awful.
What, say again?
Say it
Yeah,
or
don't be
Wow,
racist.
he's carrying a huge knife.
Oh, wow. He's
And he
rude.
wonders why people think he's some kind of weird racist.
Understood. Be advised, primary target is approaching from...
Wow, imagine if I was a black guy. I'd want watermelon and fried chicken. How horribly racist would that be?
Oh
I'm like,
my
bro,
God.
you said it.
Follow
You're the one saying it.
Yeah.
Nas or Nas. Full data sprint. Oh, God!
Which, yes, everyone would love fried chicken.
Son of a
How it
bitch.
works. It's delicious.
I love
Maybe the
fried chicken.
stereotypical
I've got watermelon upstairs.
around
Oh, hell yeah.
games.
It's a good time of year for it.
Woohoo! Oh, no! Ding, ding, dong!
Hey, WPIG. What's up?
How's it going, WBIG?
I beat the shit out of him. It was great. Hey, ding, ding,
Yeah.
dong.
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh! Amazing Jackie Chan jump.
He inspired me to make my own play.
No, I'm kidding.
I think his are my favorite because they're kind of the most naked and enjoyable that way.
They're like some of the best edited, but also least touched. It's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
He kind
Because some of them drown in cutaway jokes and stuff
do
like
his
that.
thing.
Emma Stone.
Ask anyone. Jackie
Lucy Liu.
still looks.
He's so distracted by the stunt casting in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, but a name I recognize.
Brand recognition. Whoa.
Now, matter of fact.
The Human Centipede. Logan, do you know that Daniel Larson is loose and on the prowl?
Right now.
Oh, he is? Do we know what state he's in? So
Last
can
I
be
heard, he
ready
was in
for it.
Missouri.
Missouri. Okay, nowhere near me. Nowhere near
Long
me.
way. Good luck out there.
That's what it is. They're trying to bust the male prostitution ring.
Did you play this one? I did play it. I liked it. My favorite thing to do was running around randomly kicking people.
My favorite thing to do was shoving people in the trunk because you could shove anybody into the trunk. And I just thought that was the funniest thing
Hey,
ever.
how are you, baby?
Jackie, you know my parents don't want you to talk to me.
Oh, this is also horny DSP. Which
Yeah,
is
that's the
funny.
best.
The horny era. See, here we go. Right from the jump. We have vague Asian noises.
Now, Japanese friend, how do you feel about this?
This is also one of the
Oh, that's the worst. Now that pisses me off.
We're gonna get a lot of that. He's doing it now.
Super kick.
Have you watched him play Just Cause 2?
Yes.
Just Cause 2, I watched it relatively recently, and I think it's the This Is How You Don't Play that gave me the most backseat gamer moments. I wanted to slap the controller out of his hand and do it for him so many times.
He didn't understand how like the
Yeah, he's
tethers
getting out of
worked.
here.
He didn't do it like you'd see ideas in his head. He would try and be like, okay, I'm gonna tether off of this, then I'm gonna parachute here, but he wouldn't quite stick the landing. And if I was sitting with him, like he hypothesizes, I'd be like, give me the fucking controller. Let me show you how to blow this shit up.
There was a part where he was trying to get to the top of these missiles, and people who are watching will tell you, I was getting pretty pissed, because he would just ignore the building that's standing right next to the missile and try and climb the missile.
Yes.
Climb the building! It's not
And he
hard.
wouldn't understand that, like, you have a parachute.
Take care, man.
You can tether and then glide up. Like,
Yeah, he never nailed that.
Yeah.
Come on.
and that becomes the whole game at some point. It's like being able to tether and glide.
And that's what makes the game super fun. So DSP couldn't even really have max fun with that game because he was too stupid.
Yes.
Wait, Shen?
He's not creative
told you
enough.
about
One of
it,
those
remember?
situations where his creative brain just doesn't really compute that kind of thing.
Now that guy actually looks like
He has no ritmo, and
No.
because he's got no ritmo, he can't enjoy the rhythm of things. Flying
Nope.
around, grappling, all that shit.
Not at all.
Right, Hamaya?
Take care of the Human Centipede. Yeah, I had heard that he was confirmed out. Daniel Larson was, or that he was going to be leaving soon.
Oh, he's on the loose. Gotta watch out for him.
gyrating.
Oh, that wasn't even a joke. That
It was
just like-
sexual harassment. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
and he just does like a vague Cantonese impression.
He was capable of blowing 10 guys. Yes. You know all those
What'd you
lip
take
dicks?
away with you?
Gay
Take away
sex
what you get
jokes.
them
There
all
we go.
Nice and erect.
Sex jokes from the most sexless dude is.
You'll all be sexual
Yes.
innuendo
Glorious.
being a gay
Yes.
J-Lo. I gotta fight him.
I've mentioned this before. It reminds me of this dude I knew in grade school who he found a Playboy. I think it was his uncle's or something. And he showed it to me and I didn't quite get it because I was like, dude, what the hell is that? Why are they naked?
Oh,
and why are they so hairy? But anyway,
yeah. It was probably like a 70s Playboy or something.
yeah. There was some fro action going on.
Yes.
But he read the articles and stuff like, how to please, whatever. And so he would
okay.
pretend like he had any sort of experience with this. And I'd say,
Oh,
you are
yeah.
like 11. What are you saying?
Yep.
was
Everybody
DSP.
has that. Everybody has that one friend. And this it's only true for like our generation. Our generation was probably the last one that would find their uncle's porn stash in the woods or something, and then you think you know something about how to please a woman, or whatever, you know? And then you look back on it, you're like, I was the most cringe middle schooler in the world.
Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't on camera.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. We should be happy that none of that shit's
What the hell? I
documented.
opened the gate somehow. What happened there?
Smashed his head against
Complete
it.
accident. I don't know how I did that.
Complete
I could have just
accident.
opened the gate and ran away.
Mimi. Oh, yeah.
I wish there was an Asian dark side Phil. I don't know. Somewhere in China,
So what?
there's
there
a
has
Phil,
to be.
and he makes fun of Americans like this.
There has to be, just by the law of averages, with how many people are in China, there's at least one DSP. There's at least one
There has
Chinese
to be.
game streamer.
And he's
There's
talking
gotta
about
be.
Americans like,
He's playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and he's making like anglicized jokes as he plays Grand Theft Auto 5. There is a mirror universe where there's some dude in Shenzhen playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on stream right now doing this.
and he's making a million school shooting jokes to the point where it's
Yes.
not even remotely funny anymore.
Yes. Yeah. It would be like hot dogs, school shootings, what else? Donald Trump. It would just be that.
Yeah, and
This is how I start, buddy. Come here, I'm gonna
See,
start you.
his Asian impersonations are kind of funny.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
kinda
draw
like
a
it,
line in
like-
the sand right now.
Of course.
he's my friend at the bar. I'm just gassing up and saying, Phil, hit him with your Asian voice.
Yeah. Yes. Everybody has had that friend or has that friend, depending on if you still go out, like in your 30s or whatever. But everyone had that friend in college that had like the impressions. They're like, oh yeah, do your Hong Kong impression, and everybody would just laugh at the guy, not with the guy. That's Phil right now.
I think I mentioned this before, but DSP is a weird case of a curly without a mo.
Yes, oh my, because he is kind of like a slapstick guy, but
Yeah.
he never had anybody like bopping him on the head, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Rambo never did. Howard almost did, you know.
That's what Rambo should have done. He should have started poking his eyes and hitting him with boards and stuff.
Yeah, that would have been
And I
funny.
use that money and spend it on coke.
DSP would have made an amazing curly if he could only find like the right foil, you know. He never quite found the right personality foil for
No.
himself. Rambo wasn't it because Rambo was too patient. DSP needed a very impatient friend for that to work, and he never quite had one. He never allowed himself to have an impatient friend. Is probably more the case.
He wanted to be curly, but he had the attitude and quick temper of Mo.
Yes.
So it completely did, and kind of the stupidity of Larry. He was the worst of all
Yes.
three Stooges.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, that's true. He had the worst attribute of all three because Curly is not malicious at all. He's just an idiot. He's just slow. He's just a kind of like a happy-go-lucky idiot. So you could even say that DSP probably misunderstood the premise of Three Stooges too. You know?
To watch my own videos.
All right. So who's gonna AI edit Phil's face on Curly and get us some videos of that?
That's something that Raw Sonny would probably do. I could DM Raw Sonny and ask him.
Yes.
Bro, it's wrong.
Yeah, because I
Oh.
want DSP to get slapped and then hit with a board.
Yes, we need our. All right, so who are our lolcow three stooges? DSP is Curly. We've got that one.
LTG is
unlocked.
Mo. That dude is perpetually pissed.
Yeah, that's true. LTG is definitely Mo.
You have quite a rap sheet here. Multiple arrests.
Chris Chan is Larry.
Ties to organized
Yeah,
crime,
Chris Chan would
and now
be
you're here,
Larry.
enforcing for the
Like
son on you.
I think pre-transition
You know,
Chris
Mhm.
Chan was very Larry
He
like.
even has a similar voice.
Yeah, yeah, he
Dumb
kind of
bitch.
does actually.
Yes, he sleeps fully clothed. There we go.
I ended up
Yeah.
watching the
Yes. Drain the
Smokey
serpent.
MC video where like it's the trial of White Bowser where White Bowser
Just all over
represents
myself.
or where Chris Chan represents White Bowser as his lawyer.
Wash
It
That
is
was
very
funny.
it is very
Dish
poo
from last
touchy
night.
and like it looks very bad for
Yes.
Kiwi and Smokey in retrospect, but Chris Chan pretending to be a lawyer on Discord is so funny. So funny.
It turned off my fucking window.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
That's why sometimes people who are a bit more hardline on the stance of poo touching, anything can be done well if it's done well. If you
Yes.
and you don't know if it's done well until you already did it. So you kind of have to be brave and just touch it.
And I'm telling you, anybody that's listening to this, if you go and you look up the trial of White Bowser, Chris Chan is very funny as like a Discord lawyer in there. I laugh at him the most every time I see
Taking him in your
that.
mouth.
And
he
White
takes it
Bowser's
so
meltdowns
seriously.
rule.
It's so
Oh,
funny.
we're turning the wrong side of the road. Fuck.
You ever think of finding somebody?
White Bowser doing the "Will you please stop, Smokey?" You know, that kind
Yeah,
of stuff. is
will
fun.
you please stop? I'm tired of this crap. It's so funny.
I know all the lyrics.
White Bowser's probably my favorite voice of all the locals. Well, him and DSP are kind of tied. Like I like how White Bowser sounds.
When he goes, they're just cartoons. Like I've quoted that. So much. They're just cartoons, Kiwi.
Like this dude is an Animaniacs character. These guys,
Yes.
Animaniacs would
Oh my
be slapping
God.
this dude around.
I don't get
He
it.
absolutely is a
just pressed
fucking
the Y, it wasn't
Animaniacs
working.
character.
Huh.
No, you don't
You'd have, like-
understand,
you'd have
Wacko. They're
brains
just
smashing them
cartoons.
with a fucking mallet. That's,
Yep.
that's what I envision. Absolutely.
He's at the theater. There was a bomb threat, and then they just hand him the bomb.
Yeah.
What was it? Wacko's the concession stand guy. You looking for a bomb? Here you go, and it just blows up.
There you go. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not
DSP,
gonna
why don't
make
you have a
it 'cause I don't
car?
have a car. If I had a
Hello?
car, I would have made it.
Well, he's keeping in shape. Maybe.
I might still make
DSP.
it, even on foot.
What?
I'm just a little shocked. I'm just used to
I'm
pinching.
amazingly turned on. You're so wet.
Oh wow, Phil.
Oh God, DSP.
What the hell was
Remember,
that?
he said
It's like
recently
100
he
words
said
in
those
Canadian.
jokes
What
to
was that?
attract teenagers,
Yeah,
to attract minors to his stream. So you know.
yeah. Because when I was a teenager, what I wanted to see was dudes just screaming about asses. Well, maybe. DSP doesn't do it right.
I mean, maybe at a certain point, but like, I don't know. I think if I was watching YouTube at 14, which I wasn't because YouTube didn't exist when I was 14, I think I'd be looking for other stuff. You know?
Oh my god!
Now this guy
Oh.
would entertain me outside of that.
Yes. Let's see this. What's his driving going to result in?
Get these fuckers.
See, like, it's funny because it's not funny. It almost wraps around the scale.
What's going on
Like,
with the camera? It went nuts.
because if you think of him as a 26-year-old guy in a room alone, thinking like, yeah, that one will hit, it becomes so much funnier if
Yes.
you like visualize him alone in his condo.
Part of
I
what
think
makes
that's why I love this era so much.
Part of what makes these old Phil eras so funny to me is I like to imagine. That's where I did the DSP ASMR. I want to
Yes.
imagine that his neighbors are hearing all of this. And
Yes.
it's funnier to me.
Yo! What
Or
the hell?
Kat is sitting across
my
the hall
God.
listening to all
His
of this.
body's
and
Yes.
she's
stuck
just
behind
like,
the fucking
oh my
vending
God.
machine. Yo, the game bugged
I imagine his neighbors in Connecticut. There's an older lady. Her name is Gertrude.
Fuck.
And then she's
Yeah.
got a husband who's kind of like a farmer dude.
It's like
And-
Gertrude and Hal or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then-
Gertrude and Hal,
He's
perfect.
stuck behind
Yeah.
the vending machine.
And Gertrude is terrified of Phil. Like, she thinks that Phil is psychotic. She's like, Hal,
like,
he's
maybe
screaming
you
to himself
should go
again.
talk to him, honey. Yeah. Like,
She hands him a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Go talk to him.
will you go talk to him? I'm trying to sleep, Hal.
the
I
vending
can't
machine somehow?
sleep.
No.
Maybe Hal was the guy that yelled through his window, told him to shut up. Where he went, hey, shut up over there. Maybe
That was a
Hal.
great moment. One of the greatest DSP moments.
The guy's
I remember he
Funny.
retconned that.
Look,
Well, he retconned it
He
several
said
times.
his neighbor was drunk. Like his most recent retcon was like, yeah, this drunk guy used to hang out outside and spew nonsense. Like, no, Phil, you were the drunk guy playing Spider-Man at 2 a.m. That's why
Yeah,
he
keeping
told
up
you
people
to
who are
shut up.
trying to go to sleep.
Keeping up working folk. Come on, Phil.
Yeah, I remember him saying something to the effect of this guy was the town drunk and everyone hated him. Of course.
Yeah.
DSP is only ever accosted by people who society despises.
Yes. When in reality,
Oh,
he
that's
was the
fucking
town
right inside
drunk.
the store,
Yeah.
He
maybe?
was the drunken recluse that everybody in Stratford hated. I guarantee
No. No, it's just a giant
What the hell is he
kick.
doing?
The game's just
you.
fucked
What
up. I can't
What is
finish
your
this mission
objective
now.
here?
I think he was supposed to chase off these dudes trying to do a
Checkpoint. There
shakedown,
we go.
and that dude got glitched
Find
behind the
deadbeats. And my bike's missing, of course.
vending
And he
machine.
wandered around instead of just loading the checkpoint, which
Yeah.
is what anyone else would have done.
Oh!
He also thinks that like game glitches are completely unforgivable. But like
Now what?
people trying to like hold him to his
What
racist
do I do?
remarks.
There's a red
How
dot
dare
below the
they?
street For some reason.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you choose to have your game be glitchy. I can't choose to be an idiot.
I can't choose it. It's not my fault. My
What's going on?
parents.
What do I do?
Actually, I blame my parents.
Yeah, I blame my dad. He's so funny.
Yeah, this dude's response to
Grab this
game
guy too, I
glitches,
guess? I guess
all
that's
across the
what
board,
tell me to.
terrible. Him screaming hysterically and pointing at it and saying, it's a glitch,
Look,
it's a glitch.
look.
Look, and holds up his controller. Look, I'm pressing it. Bro, you sound like an actual invalid. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But he's never had the ability to be funny, and I guess what I mean by that is like he doesn't have wit or charm to him at
He
all.
can't be deliberately funny, only ironically funny. That's the thing.
Because I remember one time Donkey was playing Witcher 3, and his horse started glitching and the legs started spinning and rotating perpendicularly, and he basically just said, "Oh, I've activated all-terrain mode," and then moved on with
Yeah,
it.
see,
That's funny.
That's a very good pivot. Like when the game is really fucking up, you just be like, "Oh, all-terrain mode, okay." DSP just goes.
I lose
DSP
them,
would
I
just go,
understand.
"Look, the horse glitched."
Maybe I gotta steal
Look,
the
look!
Look,
I live in
look.
Hong Kong. I have sex in Hong Kong. I take a shit in Hong Kong. A big sticky dick.
Who can I get in contact who can teach me how to make music? I want to make my own DSP music. I'll submit it for Chicken of the Ring, and everyone can be wrong about it not being good.
You can look up. There's a lot of good guides on YouTube to just how to make music. There's a lot of sites you can just get like free loops and samples on. You and I could
Yeah.
probably talk sometime. I could
Okay.
probably.
So I have a couple ideas for songs, and most of them are stupid, but some are kind of cool.
Yeah, I've had ideas for songs too, but every time I sit down to make one, I kind of talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
But one of the things I'm trying to do, like going forward, is not really talk myself out of stuff anymore. Because you
Yeah.
can talk yourself out of anything.
Yeah, that's
it's-
how you become Phil. That's how you
Yeah,
talk yourself out
Yeah,
of
exactly.
going to the
Like,
gas
if you really
station.
think about it, because Phil, him recently saying, "Oh, we don't want to go to Japan anymore," is kind of like, okay, people are going to give me shit for being a little sympathetic to Kat, but that's kind of heartbreaking. How Kat, like, honestly really wanted to go to Japan, but Phil said the other day, like, no, we don't want to go to Japan anymore. Like, we're done. Nope.
Speaking of,
In Hong Kong, lots of tentacle sex.
no, that's not
Tentacle
accurate.
sex? That's Japan.
Come on, Phil. You're not even being racist correctly.
Come on, which is more racist.
Only we are allowed to distribute the hentai in this
And we're
town.
taking Elsa's here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here. I don't post really. I don't post, but a couple times a year. I like to make them count.
Yeah.
I mean to do that.
Hey,
I
yo,
have some like
want this
longer
ride, you better
form
pay for it.
ideas that I'm toying with that are gonna take forever to come to fruition, but it'll be done. I'm working on one thing about Phil's narcissistic injury, and the deeper I dig, the bigger the rabbit hole becomes. So it'll be done when it's done.
I mean, DSP takes actual psychic damage.
The bus does like doesn't
Oh,
just
especially
stop
if you
and
spend
take a
enough
break.
time on Pig Go, just pulling clips, compiling clips,
Well, he's
you'll
getting-
actually lose some of your sanity. And that's kind of why I take long breaks between making DSP stuff, because it hurts you because it's unnatural.
Yeah.
It's unnatural.
It starts to hurt after a while listening to this dude talk.
Well, you've undergone the process of trying to make a this is how you don't play. You felt it. You've absolutely felt it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little different depending on the game, but definitely like going through his old pre-streams and shit like that, I would find that agonizing.
Yes, and well, most of the stuff that demonstrates narcissistic injury are like, believe it or not, a lot of it is buried in his weekend review and weekend preview from like
Yeah.
2009, and those series were dog shit. They were terrible. So I've had to watch a lot of those. So I take long breaks in between like the
Yeah.
research sessions. I mean, but it's all out there. If DSP were smart, he would just take all that stuff down if he were smart, because it's
Yeah.
an infinite well of content that people are still discovering new things from.
Like I took down videos from before I became a detractor because I thought this is gonna look kind
Me
of
too.
goofy and dumb, so
Yeah.
I'm taking them down. It's
Yeah.
my video; I can watch it whenever I want.
I took stuff off of the Takin Else channel from the early days that like I'm not super proud of. You know, sometimes you just gotta
Yeah.
clean up a little bit.
Invalid placement and invalid
Meanwhile,
dictation.
DSP still has the Leanna videos up, all of them.
Yep. Getting chewed out on stream by your girlfriend is a nuke from orbit video.
That Kingdom Hearts rant, and also that Kingdom Hearts rant still up on his channel. You can.
Speaking of rare appearances,
Oh, I'm at
I sent you something, Logan, but I don't remember exactly what all transpired. It was probably I was under the influence, and I got in a fight with some dude on Twitter.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sent me those screenshots the other day.
Yeah.
I was looking at them. Yeah.
And I threw out a pretty heavy slur, and that's because I use my slurs as tactical nuclear weapons. They are getting used rarely, and you're taking the full brunt of it. And
Yes.
yeah, I threw a slur at this dude because he was just saying the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I watched
Yeah.
Dark Side Phil, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I believe in the tactical use of slurs. I think they should be used very sparingly and not
Yeah.
taken lightly.
Yeah, because if everyone's a slur, then no one is.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly. I use that saying constantly.
Yeah,
That's where, like,
Syndrome ruled.
DSP likes to say my content is meaningful. Well, DSP, if you're saying that every one of your videos is meaningful, then none of them are. None of them are, because you do not make them count. You do not make them count.
But what was your thoughts on the discussion that it was about? I'll bring in the chat. So this dude started off with this post about Evangelion. It was a person saying that, the guy who created it admitted that there's not nearly as much meaning and symbolism and references in that story as people think. Well, someone responded to that with, I bet Anno's just tired of having to explain it, and so he probably just says this. To which I share that post and say, Evangelion fans are fascinating. They somehow know more than the author himself. And someone replied to me when it said, it's called Death of the Author, retard.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm a ninja. I'm a proper hater. I went and researched what it was he was trying to talk about. I looked up Death of the Author. And it was about the dumbest thing I'd seen outside of Dark Side Phil. Just the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life.
Well, and I like to think that the creator of Eva was not telling. He wasn't actually saying my work is not that deep. What he's actually saying is, if you read between the lines, I don't consider my work profound.
Yeah.
Because I I wrote the work to be what it is, because no humble author of anything is going to say, yeah, my book will change your life.
Yeah.
My show will change your life. DSP will.
Yeah, DSP will say
and-
his book will cure your gout.
Yeah. But like most decent creators of things will usually just say, I'm glad you like my work. I'm glad you think it's deep, but I don't think it's that deep. I don't think he was scolding anybody when he said my work is not as profound. I think he was just like, hey, have fun with it. I think that's kind of what he was trying to say.
And I think part of it is that there was a bit of an amusement because people will see all the Christian and religious symbolism and say that there's some profound meaning to their application. Like, oh, it meant this in this sort of situation. And he basically saying, no, I really threw it in there because it looked cool. You know, he's the inverse equation of getting an Asian tattoo because you think it looks cool. It's like, I'm gonna throw a cross on that bitch because it looks cool. You know, and people, I guess, kind of can't really handle that. I get it completely what he's saying because sometimes you just want to throw something on. This character has a pompadour because it's cool. You know,
and also a cross doesn't have to be a religious symbol either. In many cultures, it's not actually. You know.
And so I said, a dude said it's death of the author retard, which death of the author is this philosophical idea that an piece of art no longer belongs to the artist after it's made. And it's like an extreme stance because he's saying like the author and artist, whatever, has no say on the narrative of the art. And I'm thinking that is insane. If there's any person who knows more, it's the artist.
It's such an extreme take. I've been hearing it for decades now. And like I understand what people think they're trying to do.
Yes.
But they're wrong. Like you can't then say, "Oh, the author has no bearing on how the work should be interpreted." No, that's just not how art works. Idiot.
When the author is alive, when the author's dead, you kind of got a little bit more territory to.
Then they're literally dead.
Yes,
yeah.
But when the author is someone you could message on Twitter, that's not death of the author. But so then I responded to this dude and I said, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. That also sounds like the exact thing I'm describing, where you're bastardizing a message to take it to wherever you want to go.
Right.
And he responds with, I used the sentence, not valid, a non-supported view, or something like that. And he said there are no non-supported views. You don't know because you don't create anything. But I bet if I wrote a story, maybe even a week later, I would have forgotten what it's about. And that's when I called him a slur.
Right.
This dude's stupid. And I said, dude, I'm an author. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and
that's
also,
bad art if you don't remember what you're doing a week later.
Also, the thing is, like, the death of the author, like, we have such a big example of the quote-unquote death of the author theory in, like, current Star Wars. Like, Lucas might as well be dead because current Star Wars was not his vision at all. It is such a bastardization of his vision that it's not even, like, 90% of it is not even worth engaging with. And that guy's still alive. He's still alive right now. And he kind of called it as the Disney, like, acquisition was happening. It's like, they're going to take my work, they're going to fuck it up. And that's exactly what happened.
That's why I lost all respect for George Lucas. Like, you pull my art out of my dead hands before I sell it to someone, whatever.
I still love him because Star Wars is a borderline, like, religious experience for me. But I understand why a lot of people were like, no, he was the ultimate mountain man, because he was the ultimate mountain man. And he gave it up. He gave it up.
He did. He sold his mountain.
He was at the top of the highest mountain, and he had caves full of gold up on that mountain that he earned by being an uncompromising mountain man. The dream you want, Len.
Yes.
Your dream.
I'm having a bit of an ego trip right now because you're using my theological framework.
You and I have been on many calls where we've talked about the mountain man idea dozens of times at this point.
And I think I can think of fewer greater hells than being knocked off your mountain and you don't have any say in, like, what's going on there anymore. Lucas lives a hell I could never dream of.
The coal mining company came and blew up his mountain. Basically.
Oh man, I can't imagine.
But he wanted his grandchildren to retire, so
I guess.
he felt it. okay to take that money. I also think somebody probably just lied to his face about it.
Yeah,
More,
and
more
you
than
know,
likely, people just lied to his face.
they're like, Lucas, send us your treatments. We'll look them over. Man, the ink wasn't even dry before they said, nah, screw that shit. We're throwing Ray in there.
We'll consider your sequel treatments. We'll consider them, George. Send them over.
That's Ultimate Evil, because one of his treatments was HK-47 Space Detective, and that would have been. That's not true though, but damn, that would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. It would have been.
HK-47 as a noir detective character would have been sick.
Oh man, I still remember that monologue from I think KOTOR 2, where he's
About
talking
love?
where he's talking about the Jedi can be killed. Like they're quite easy to terminate given enough time and planning. And he's going through all the methods. He's saying,
Yeah.
you can use poisons, toxins, mines, and like he lists this whole. He's killed many Jedi implicitly.
Yeah, HK-47 is an honorary ninja because of that rant. Because yeah, that's true. If you put some plan into it, anybody can be killed.
And Order
Except
66
Phil.
did that. We saw it.
That was a fake ass fan moment out of Phil when he was saying, when he was looking at the Star Wars tactical game that's getting announced here or getting released here soon. He was like, wouldn't the Jedi or Sith be OP? Like, yeah, that's a fake fan. That's not true. Jedi and Sith are not invincible.
No, you can kill them with lasers. It's
Yeah.
not
What the hell's going
not
on?
that hard.
Overwhelm their senses, and
Yes.
there you go, you're done.
I mean, the Jedi were so blinded by hubris that they didn't understand a plot to usurp them that was right in front of their
Yeah.
fucking face.
They were standing in front of the Sith Lord, and his jammer was on.
Yes.
Which makes Sidious pretty damn ninja-like. The thing that doesn't make Sidious ninja-like is he did nothing with it. He should have been. Now ninja-like would have been putting a suppressor on the Death Star. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, yes. Turn the Death Star into a giant blowpipe and just have a dart in.
I'll tell you what I'd do as a ninja in Palpatine. I'd be bugging those engineering dudes all day. I'd say,
Yes.
Engineering, can we go into light speed wall fire in the laser? Can we try? How
Yes.
many of you
Can
think
we
would die
fire
in the
it
explosions?
Could we fire it from hyperspace?
Yeah,
They'll never see us
it's a
coming.
dragon.
Yeah.
Hey,
They'll
Maddie,
never see us coming.
that is always legit if that's what they want.
Yes.
Here we go.
That is always
Absolutely.
legit if that's what they
Gee,
want.
how weird was
Yes.
that?
Oh
fucking
man,
weird
yeah,
is that
it's
they wasn't showing
and
up?
Phil, in
He
his
sucks.
early days, he was kind of a mountain man.
He
There was
was.
a time when it was sustainable to just sit at home, drink, and record games.
There are particular moments in this. This is probably the biggest tomatoes are going to get thrown at me moment about Phil. Is that there are moments where I kind of admire his determination to not budge on some things.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that it's kind of admirable because I think we all wish we had 1/4 of DSP's power level.
Oh man, his the stick to itiveness with which he did not adopt direct capture, damn near respectable.
Yeah, it's
Damn
Mountain
near
Man kind of shit.
respectable.
I will never use direct capture. We're getting
Yeah.
shitty ass camera quality forever.
I wish I had that kind of conviction on
Yeah.
anything. Oh man.
I have it about art because
Yeah.
I've always been pretty. And George Lucas is to thank for that. When I was a little kid, I was watching George Lucas videos about how to make stories, and that shit blew my mind. It's like you want to take multiple stories and kind of blend them together in such a way that only people who know the story notice it.
Yes.
Thinking, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard.
That's why so much of Star Wars is very like multicultural. It borrows from a lot of different mythologies and a lot of different fables. Because Star Wars is basically a modern fable in a lot of ways.
It's
that
Arthurian
borrows-
samurai.
Yes.
And
exactly.
that's why, kind of on a level, Star Wars just can't succeed anymore, outside of a couple things, is because no one has enough love for a different medium that they can bring it into Star Wars.
Right. Well, and Lucas did, which is
did.
why it worked. Lucas loved movies, he loved art, he loved history,
Yep.
and he was able to and he loved studying different cultures too.
He liked
so he was able
biology.
to bring so much of his knowledge and his passion for learning together that Star Wars was cool as fuck. So.
I try and emulate that with my work. I try a lot to try and do those same things. I include a lot of little references to things, and I'm happy for it because it kind of freed me. For the longest time, my story was very paint by numbers, kind of almost Marvel-esque. Well, now it's become a lot more psychotic, and because it's like, no, what if I just want to have this thing? What if I want? No one's stopping me from the chapter that I just recently wrote.
I didn't even
The
do
ship
that.
gets infested with a
I
rog.
swear to God, I didn't even do that.
Okay, why
Yes.
not?
Yes,
Just bring an
All I was doing
LTG
was
style
dragging it,
ROG
alright?
into
It's-
this.
Well, here's
it's
sure.
this.
I
It's
really
this
like
take on the
this
xenomorph. It is
combination
also a
of
sexual salt monster,
good
and it
deeds as a
Oh,
only
it's
attacks
a
men.
ROG would be perfect.
Yeah, and so it's just crawling around in the vents, and he can replicate human speech, but not in a ghoulish kind of eerie way, but more like this guy sounds really stupid. Way. So you just hear mentally untouchable as it's
Yes.
crawling along the
Yes.
vents.
Blue
Motivated.
trap bubble.
Deter- You know what? I was at your mom's.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
whatever.
So
Oh
yeah,
my
it's-
god.
just have crazy shit in your story because that's what's
Sure.
brave.
What the hell's going on?
Better
DSP's
to
in my
ask-
story. He's canon.
Yeah, yeah, you've sent me those chapters. I've read some of it.
And I had a bunch of
He's in
people
there.
tell me, dude, that's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea to include this guy in your story because what if your story blows up and then you have this guy show
Shit,
up?
I pressed the wrong button. I think I
And
did.
my response was, "That's what I'm hoping for." That's-
Sure.
That's what I'm
You'll
hoping that.
get that DSP boost.
Yes,
You know.
I'm hoping that 60 years in the future, after I'm dead, and they grab the rights somehow and they make a movie adaptation, there's a potential 70 years
Andy
from now
Worski will
that
read
Phil's
it.
there.
Andy Worski will read it on Kino Casino, and then millions of people will buy your book. It's perfect.
Oh goodness gracious!
Well, whatever. I get some sleep.
Well, yeah, I heard this was the extremely gay, retarded book. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You found the right one.
And the weird thing is that, like, I don't know about PPP, but like Andy likes to read. Like, he talks about the books that he's reading and like the movies that he's watching.
Well, you shouldn't read it yet because, like I said, the very first couple books is very cartoonishly like Marvel.
Yes.
And then the big evolutionary change takes place in that basically in the book that I'm working on right now, a giant kill count just pops out of nowhere. A bunch of these dudes die, and so they kind of lock in after that, and the characters change and the atmosphere changes.
Well, you gotta have character shakeups every once in a while.
It'd be like if
you-
Star
you-
Wars,
you
if someone
mentioned
walked in and
before,
just
you-
axed Han Solo in the face.
You
with it.
mentioned before that like you can't just have. It's very difficult, like narrative-wise, to have the same main character over a long period of time.
Yes.
It gets stale. You got to shake it up.
Very few protagonists had staying power like that.
Yes.
And like even the ones that are eternal, like Goku. Goku is not that interesting.
No, he's not.
He's really not.
In
Vegeta's
in-
interesting.
well, in Dragon Ball, when he was a kid, he kind of like was the thing. But as soon as we got adult Goku and Dragon Ball Z, the more interesting stuff always happened to the people around him.
Mhm.
The orbiters of Goku were where the story was going. Like how you had Piccolo trying to train Gohan, and you had the Ginyu Force, which I love the Ginyu Force,
Ginyu Force
as,
is
a,
alright.
as a thing. They're just Super Sentai. They're like an unashamed rip of Super Sentai, and I love it.
I liked I always liked Vegeta when it came to the two of them, and it was just because Vegeta kind of I appreciate when stories break the worst parts of their genre, or better yet, fix
Yes.
the worst parts. And for example, JoJo fixes a lot of problems with Shonen, a lot of them, and I like that Vegeta solved some of the problems of Shonen, and that he would just go for their throat. He wouldn't do a
Yes.
lot of this honor crap because why are you having honor with a guy who plans on killing your planet? No, this guy's getting curb stomped.
Yeah,
We're not playing with this guy.
I'm taking him off the board.
Yeah,
He's
and
threatening me,
Goku's
I'm
over there
taking
like,
him off
let's
the
hand
board."
him sensu beats. I want to have a real battle. Like Goku is as
Yeah.
far away from a ninja as I can imagine. This dude
Oh
sucks.
yeah, he is. He's like, no, I'm not gonna fight a defenseless being. And it's like, well then, I'll just kill you.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. It's like a dead end. What the hell?
What the hell, man?
Oh wait, what are we doing? Yeah, toss bottles at that dude. That dude sucks.
Tossing bottles at cops.
Stupid uniform. Keep running.
Phil, where are you going?
This way.
What are you doing?
No,
There were
the
arrows I
arrow,
could see.
Philip.
It's yellow paint, Phil. Come
I
on.
never ran this way.
Home.
Yeah, One Who Waits. It was supposed to be True Crime Hong Kong. Like, it
Yeah, I
had-
learned that on What Happened.
Yeah,
Whoa.
It's cool. I did like this game. It's kind of coming back to me. I do remember kicking people a lot. That was fun.
Yes, the kicks were very good. Kicks and throws. Oh God.
I remember every time coming back to my apartment, I would kick that lady in the hall. And at first I felt bad that I kicked an old lady, but then I thought, no, actually this is a martial arts movie, and that's just a running joke.
Yeah.
Look at this weather. What the fuck? Why did
This is making me want to watch The Raid, even though The Raid is not a Hong Kong movie. It's Indonesian, but The Raid is very good. Anybody who hasn't seen The Raid.
Here's what I'm gonna do when I build a time machine and have $1 billion, and that's go back in time and fix art. Because here's what I need to do. I need to go back in time and just throw my billions around and buy a consulting company and just give myself business, however I need to do it.
Give yourself business.
Yes,
in the
and
future.
boost up
Yeah.
my prestige. I'm a professional consulting firm, and I've got various ninjas who help me.
Oh.
And the thing is that I consult with these things that took the wrong turn. For example, Magic the Gathering. All right, so you're thinking of doing Marvel shit. That sucks. We're not doing Marvel shit. What we're going to do is, okay, you got a black set you want to do? Black culture Magic the Gathering? All right, cool. We're going to have all the different time periods of black culture. We're going to have Afrofuturism. We're going to have black exploitation, and we're going to take it seriously. It's going to be cool. And because I've got all the cash and whatnot, they're going to take me seriously, and I'm going to fix art.
You could have you could have some like Foxy Brown and like Shaft cards.
Yeah, because that's part of black culture.
Right,
you guys
exactly.
think it's a joke or whatever, like, but I thought it was cool. I thought Mexican culture things were cool.
You'd have some Black Dynamite cards.
Yeah, I would love to use red, green, black dynamite,
Sure.
kung fu shit. That'd be awesome. But then you got dickheads like Phil who ruin everything because they don't understand it. They think everything's ironic. Like, oh my god, it's so silly. You're playing as a pimp. Like,
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Like Phil, I would love to hear Phil describe like a black exploitation movie to me. He wouldn't get it. He wouldn't understand like why black exploitation movies are fun or interesting or funny. You know?
a question along those lines is, I want Phil to explain what cool is. Like, what is?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think is cool, Phil?
I believe
Explain.
You could easily bait him with a chat sock. By the way, it wouldn't be that hard. Just get yourself a sock and just.
But I don't want him to use his various escape pods that he uses to get out of the conversation. Like, I want to hold him down at gunpoint and ask him what cool is. Like, he has to answer.
You wanna have a side scroller style interview with him where you just ask him what cool is for 5 hours.
Yeah.
What do you say, buddy? You know what someone told me? They said that you can actually call people.
Okay,
and there's
I
actual
think
stuff you
so.
can do.
Here's a
Like,
good
someone told me
topic.
I
If
call
you
a
could
man, not
interview
going on a date
Phil,
with her.
stuttering Craig style, what would be your 3 questions to ask BSB?
Questions are like topics.
Anything.
Okay.
What question would you ask, or where would you steer the conversation?
Well, I'm gonna be real. I would deviate from a lot of people detractors. I'm not that particularly interested in a lot of his controversies. Like, I find them just obnoxious and boring after a while. I want more to ask him. Like, well, why do you think you're special? Like, truly. I mean it, Phil. Like, as a psychologist, like, why do you think you're so special? Like, yeah, those are the kind of questions that I want to ask him. Why do you think you're so special?
Yes. Who got the switch? The idea is you're
Why do you just lack any sort of sincerity or honesty to you at all? Why are you such a fake human being? And also, what do you think is cool?
Yeah, I mean, I would ask him particularly, like, who hurt you?
Really?
Even before YouTube and all the trolls, I'd be like, Phil, who hurt you? Like,
Disgusting
who
belches?
actually hurt you?
Was it your mom and dad? Because if that happened, dude, that's not your fault, you know?
It's an apothecary.
I mean, it
That
probably is.
actually would be the one thing that wouldn't be his fault.
Like, it's not your fault Linda put out her cigarettes out on your face all the time. Like, that does suck. That's probably child abuse.
And I mean, there were things
Probably.
that his parents did that did affect him. Like, he talks about his mom smoking 2 packs a day or whatever.
Yeah.
That obviously affected him. So he may not have had the best childhood, but like, still, like, I have had plenty of friends with shitty childhoods, and they didn't turn into DSP.
Or whatever.
You know?
Let's do another mission.
Yeah.
What's another question you got?
Oh man, I would.
Well,
So yours and my questions kind of overlap. I would kind of probe from the outside to get him to kind of admit like why he was such an asshole. Because I'd want to know, like, why do you choose this? Like, you have means, you have resources. Why do you have to be mean? Like, you're relatively comfortable financially, even if you have to beg to do it. Why do you have to be so mean all the time?
Yeah.
Like, and also, why do you insist that you're happy when you're obviously outwardly miserable? Would also be my question.
Yeah.
Like, why do you insist that you're happy when there's so much evidence to the contrary? Like, it's okay. It's okay to not be happy.
Yeah, see, these are the kind of questions I don't want to ask him questions about him masturbating. I really don't
Right.
care. I don't care.
Or was Panda Lee 17 or whatever?
Yeah,
because finding information out about those kinds of things don't give us any new information. At best,
Yeah.
they would confirm what we already know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to know who beat this kid up as a toddler that made this shit happen. Like, I want to know those
They're
kind of
making fun of the
questions.
fact that all their names.
You're absolutely right. Those are fantastic questions to
What a
ask him.
racially sensitive
Yeah.
game.
Because why are you so pissed all the time? And I read that kind of. It's like, why are you so mad?
Yeah, because like
Chill out.
I like just about every time he rants on a pre-stream these days, because I usually listen to a restreamer like while I'm trying to finish like some of my afternoon work, and sometimes I'll like say out loud, why is he so angry about this tiny minute thing? Like, just let it go. Like, it's not that deep, dude. Let it go. Come on. PlayStation Store is down.
Wow.
Yeah. So what?
Your cat woke you up, dude. I understand completely. My
Yeah.
cat used to wake me up, and I'd be pissed for a morning. But get over it. You know?
Get over it. It's an animal. Move on. Move
It's a
on.
damn cat, dude. What do you want him to do? You want him
You
to say,
chose to live with
Phil,
a cat.
I am no longer tired and I like to eat.
Minutes later.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I'd want to ask him like why does mundane shit make you so pissed? Because he gets pissed about everything. He's like, oh I didn't have cranberry sauce or whatever, and I got my cart taken or whatever.
Yeah, Grand Theft Cart was a serious issue.
Oh yeah, that was an incredible
call my
arc. The
valet.
stolen
I have
cart
this
arc.
image in my head of when he's talking about it. He's mentions a point about where he talks to an employee there, and the employee confirms that it's probably a crime wave.
Here we go.
And
Oh
I
yeah,
can see it in my
Yes.
head.
Yeah, the employee agrees with him. If you ever notice those day off segments, and we haven't had a day off segment like that in actual years now. But one of my favorite things about those day off segments is whenever he was talking to like a store clerk, they would always agree with him 100% of the time.
And the image in my head of why this always happens is there's some Zoomer stalking something, and Phil just keeps saying, "Wow, my cart's gone."
Whatever.
It's not here. Yep,
Yeah.
sure ain't. There must be a crime wave. You're very astute, sir.
Yep, sure. Yeah, because anybody that's ever worked retail or like customer service, I never worked retail, thankfully, but I did work like phone customer service for several years. And there were some people that would just get on the phone call and be yapping. And you'd be like, yep, sure, yes, sir. That's correct, sir. And you wouldn't even be listening. You just gotta like let them run themselves out, and then you say, "Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?" Okay, no, bye. But you're not listening. They're not listening to you, DSP. That's what he doesn't understand. They're not listening.
You are the 220 in the neighborhood, man.
Yeah, yes.
Makes me-
Oh my
That
god.
makes me laugh so much. Please know about this.
I like that there is an actual like retired
I don't know, there's some weird stuff about
PD
this game I don't
detective
really
that
understand.
told
Like, this is one
Roadside Phil like, oh yeah,
fuck,
we
there'd be a
would
shrine
designate him that because he'd be kind of mental, and it's like, that's so funny.
Do you
like-
realize, Phil, that is
Alright, whatever.
exclusively an earned title? You can only earn being crazy to the police.
And oh my god, there are so many ways if he was witty and funny, there are so many ways he could leverage the title of 220. Like, oh my god. If I was labeled a 220, I would make my entire stream brand around it.
Yeah, I'd get 220 like tattooed on my hand or something.
Yeah.
But that's kind of along the lines of the questioning is, why do you have to take everything so damn seriously and hurtfully? This dude, he's always complaining about how you can give me feedback in a constructive way. Okay, well, Phil, I should be able to say, bro, you're boring as shit. And that is completely valid. You are boring as shit. You should work on it.
Some of the best feedback and the feedback you learn the most from is non-constructive feedback.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like at work, well, I'm like, I'm not going to dox exactly what I do, but I'm like fairly good at what I do at this point. I'm considered a quote unquote subject matter expert. I hate that corporate term, but I am considered a subject matter expert, like in the line of work that I
I just
do.
want you to know I'm
But-
laughing from my mountain. Continue.
But
Oh my God,
but
you could call the
but
play
when I was learning,
beforehand?
I
That
learned
is
the most
fucking
from people be like,
stupid.
no,
You have
the
to
work
call
you've
the
done
car
today is like
valet
actually
beforehand.
pretty shitty. Like
Yeah,
you
my
need-
boss yelling
you
at me
need to do
always stuck
better.
with me.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm a big believer in like, for some people, like you just don't need to sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
I feel like in like these modern times in corporate
Why don't you
culture,
go in the
we so
water?
want to
Why
like
don't you go on a
soften things
boat?
up. Sometimes you just gotta tell
I
someone
need
that
to go on the boat.
what they're
How
doing
the
is
fuck we get
bullshit,
back up?
and they
There's
should
no way to get
go
up.
do
Look.
something else.
It's a complete dead
You are
end.
actively hurting the team
Go to the
unit by
train,
doing
you
this
have
to
dumb
go.
shit you're doing.
Ready?
And I've had to literally tell people I work with, like I've had to be that guy that like drops the hammer and be like, no, you're actually like not
Jackie
being
was knocked
productive
out.
right now.
Jackie
Like
jumped into the water and
like
drowned.
stop talking and listen to
All right, so
me.
we gotta trade in this
And
mission
Phil
here.
doesn't understand that like even
the fuck? I haven't
unconstructive
seen her.
feedback can be helpful and should be helpful. And also, he never understood how to parse out valid feedback from invalid feedback.
Mhm.
That's why he's so easy to bait and troll.
Yes. Because yeah, there's tons of valid there's tons of feedback that DSP's gotten that I think is BS.
Yes.
I mean,
What the fuck?
dude, it's too, and a lot. You know, I'll be real. Some of it came from me. Some of it. In retrospect, I wish this dude burped more because having it all muted took out a lot of charm. I kind of miss it, and the snorts. I kind of miss it.
And you know what? I kind of miss the crappy sound box. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
The
dude, I
crappy sound
missed
box
that
is
thing. That
man.
they hold it up.
so funny because that was all like borderline pop comedy
Yeah.
compared to what we
God
did.
damn it.
Like that's the thing. We had it so good back then.
Yes.
We didn't realize how funny shit was 3 years ago.
Yes.
Compared to what we have now.
100%.
It's sad. Like the day off segments, the sound box.
I remember when I
incredible.
was first starting watching this dude way back when. I think it was when the
Yeah,
Esprit
every
side
time
was
I go
happening.
punch, he taps
I was
my
thinking,
foot.
man, this guy begs all the goddamn time.
Fuck it, I'm gonna fuck this
And
guy up, man.
no, not
Now
back
it
then he
is
did.
so much worse.
It's a 24-hour begathon nowadays.
Yes.
I actually don't know how he could beg more unless he had multiple sound clips playing at the same time of him begging.
Oh, I feel like we are within a year of him putting that on a button and just
Come on,
hitting a
press it.
button on his stream deck. I'm surprised Darziak hasn't never recommended that to him in the DMs.
Yeah.
Because if I begged that much, to save my voice, I would just put it on a button.
Yeah, I would make goofy ass advertisements for myself. Support Lynn the Deranged, or
Yeah.
you're retarded. You know, it's just
Yeah.
Yes.
something like that.
Oh.
And like, it's okay to ask for things. Like, part of making stuff on the internet is that you're gonna occasionally ask for likes or whatever. But he is just so, he feels entitled to it. Like he feels that if he has, I don't know, 300 people watching, he deserves 250 likes. And like,
Yeah.
that's just not how those ratios work, man. It's just
Like,
not.
I feel embarrassed and annoyed at myself whenever I ask or even recommend people go to my website that I'm running.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even fathom operating like Phil, saying, "Well, I'm looking at the visitor numbers and it's not good. I'm asking."
Yeah.
Like, bro,
We didn't get as much traffic as
Yeah.
as I wanted.
You guys aren't going there.
What
Click
was I
that
supposed
link.
to do?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just press every time
Gross.
that guy attacks, I press Y. And
I do
still
kind of
get
also
hit.
something I want to
don't
ask
understand
him to kind of
why.
hurt his
That's the second time I
feelings
tried to
with
do that walk
is
car yard,
how
and
does it
never
feel
do
to
it.
know that you were objectively worse
There's
than
like
you were?
one dude
Like,
there,
I
for some
enjoyed
reason,
your
you
early
can't
Yes,
content.
that's
I thought
a
it was
great
funny.
one. How's it feel to evolve in
Second time in a
reverse?
fucking
Yeah.
row that that happened.
Literally.
Mad
How to be a
annoying.
bitter old man when I used to kind of look forward
Oh,
to
I
your
just did it
streams.
first, I really
You
didn't
know?
want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. And like that's the thing, we're not to clarify, we're not glazing Phil right now. I think it's more like we're nostalgic for how like how much better things used to be. Like we don't understand how much better Phil of 5 years ago is until we're 5 years out. You know?
When was DSP irredeemable to you?
Oh man. You know what? To give context to like my own experiences with DSP, because I watched DSP, like I wouldn't say as a fan, but like I watched his channel directly, 2008, 2009,
That's high.
because I was in college and I wanted to see the new games and I didn't bring my consoles when I went to college. So It was how I could see the new, because this fucker
baby.
had them up the same night they
Low
came out.
protein
So it's like,
formula
if I want to
face
see
wash.
Enslaved Journey to the West,
Gee, what
I'm
a
watching
karaoke song
DSP.
for Eddie.
Another iconic, this say don't play, by the way, Enslaved Journey to the West.
Do I have
Very good. Very good. I know it's out there because I think that was that was like early Taken L's content.
what's it called?
me-
Enslaved Journey?
Enslaved Journey to the West. And it's yep.
There it is. There it is. Oh
There
yeah,
it
I've
is.
never
It
seen
is.
this.
Yeah. That was one of the first things I ever watched on Taken L's, I think, if I remember. And I remember like I bought that game because of Phil. It was my first frustration buy. Like when I came home for spring break or whatever and like had
No, they
access
weren't.
to my consoles, I fucking bought that game because I'm like,
They
this
just said
fucker
the
can't
karaoke
play
songs
games.
added and they weren't.
I'm gonna
They
play this
completely
game
lied.
better to spite him. Have you ever had that moment where you're like, I need the fucking
Oh my God,
controller?
Yeah,
Pissed
there
me.
was
Yeah.
when he
You're
played
like a fucking
Wukong.
fire hose.
I had
Oh,
intended to
Wukong,
skip
I
it because
bet.
I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's not Neo, and I'm not really.
How much did he have to
It
drink?
doesn't resonate with me as much.
Yo, he's got us
But
some-
DSP
Interesting,
sucking
because that's
so-
another
Something.
story based
Oh
on
my
Legend of the
God,
Monkey
dude.
King, which
Yeah.
Enslaved
It's like a
Journey to the
fucking
West is also
giant
based on that
glaring
story.
stream
So,
of
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same Nexus
Come,
port.
motherfucker.
yeah.
And I was watching Phil play it, and he was saying all the stuff like, "This game's too hard," and I thought that can't be true. Let's see how untrue it is. I bought it. I caught up to him in less than 2 hours. This dude
Yeah.
sucks. You know, it was not a hard game. That's actually my criticism of it, is that it was too easy.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, the thing is,
what
he doesn't.
the fuck was that?
I think
Yo,
he
flew so
again.
far.
I'm not
Russian white
qualified to
girls
make this
beat giant
determination.
American
Disclaimer.
black dick.
Disclaimer.
Time for your first
I'd be
footlong.
curious what the autism
Yes.
doctors I previously talked to would say about this. But I think he's got a learning disability because this guy just doesn't learn. Like he can't learn.
I agree. I think he's got a learning disability.
Yeah.
Dude, I recommend that video all the time to people. I think that it's probably one of the best DSP content that exists. Is that
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
it's awesome. It's exactly what I want more content to be about, Phil. Is let's talk to some experts and figure out what the fuck his problem is on a clinical level. You
Yeah,
know, that,
or like for me, what I've kind of pivoted to is like I want to this is gonna sound like I'm sniffing my own farts. And
no,
maybe I
we're
am.
being genuine mountain men here. What did you
But
want to say?
But I genuinely want like more intellectual content about ESP. 'Cause,
Absolutely.
like, it's funny to make memes and stuff, but I want to get into the question of like why the fuck is he like? Because that's a fascinating question to me that I just want to dig and dig and dig.
God damn
you know?
it.
I understand exactly what you're saying because it's the exact same problem I have with the LTG verse. It's even worse. There's almost no intellectual content on Dale,
Oh,
which
it
I think
is-
is a wasted
And
opportunity. This dude is
they're
fascinating.
not nearly as creative as this side of the fence.
No.
By the way,
No.
because I've tried to watch like
can't
some
zoom
of the
in anywhere than
restreamers
this. What
because
the
there
fuck?
are like pretty
There's so many
consistent
icons, I can't even
LTG
see the fucking
Yeah.
screen,
restreamers,
dude.
and a lot of them are like literally like, no, that didn't happen, Dale. No, 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 and that's the whole restream. It's just dudes saying like, no, Dale, no,
Fine,
like,
I'll move my
come
car,
on.
you assholes.
No
one of the
insightful
one of the ways that
commentary.
I noticed this the most with the difference between DSP and LTG trolls is when DSP was first starting to throw down the gauntlet with LTG about playing him in Street Fighter. Everyone over here was on the opinion of this is the funniest if nothing happens.
Yes.
What the fuck?
And they were all on the side of, dude, no, LTG is a giant bitch because he doesn't play Phil. And I had to explain to him, I said, no, you don't get it. This is actually worse. It'd be worse if you played him. It's better to have DSP pathetic and desperate.
Yes.
And they kind of didn't really get where I was coming from with
Oh
that.
my god,
But,
this is dumb.
And we got the whole Burt Reynolds thing
Yes.
out of it, which is great. Like
What was Reynolds' first rack?
actual LTG being funny, like
Yeah.
like actual funny jokes by LTG. Marshall's first rack, just grab it.
I'm sure this
I
is what I'm
lo-
supposed to be doing.
great,
Cake
good
play.
job, Dale. Good job.
Because Dale has the creativity that DSP lacks when it comes to that kind of stuff. And he got his
Yes.
own. DSP, I will say, I envy this part of his life of being a momentary LTG nemesis. Because
Yes.
LTG did his shit talking and then he was
Things
done.
I do for love.
Yeah,
Which is a
and,
bummer
like,
because I feel like we could have gotten a
LTG
little
did
more.
it exactly correct. He did it exactly like what a reasonable person would do.
Yeah.
Which is say your thing, drop the mic, and then just leave DSP alone.
Mhm.
You know.
I wish I could explain that to Phil. If I could get Phil on the show, I could explain it to him. I say, you don't get it. You don't get it. He doesn't want to play you because he gets nothing from it because you're a loser who attracts goofballs. Let's be real. You know, you think it's going to sell out Evo? Who's going to be watching it? The DSP fan base and the LTG fan base, and that's it. You know,
Right, that's it.
There's nothing here.
But
Justin Wong is not tuning in. Sorry,
yeah, they're
Phil.
not.
You can't go through
And if they do tune in, they're not going to say anything about it, so it might as well be not. Because I know Matt McMuscles is going to watch it.
Oh, absolutely. He
That's
might
some
be
random
watching the
shit.
stream now. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt. Huge fan of the
wish.
content. Is
Dude,
it because I have some AI
imagine
thumbnails?
Imagine getting him on this show.
Oh, I'd
my
love to.
God.
I have so many questions I want to ask
It'd
for
be
him.
so
Because
funny.
he's a ninja. He's a DSP detractor who's undetected. He doesn't
If you
engage
watch,
with us at all.
if you watch his recent output, he does like
Yeah.
DSP references that allude to like current lore, like
Yes.
Me
recent
up
lore.
before I go on my date with Ileana. I don't want to be
Like
a little
he
premature,
watches.
if you know
It's
what I mean.
crazy.
He's up to date on this
That
dude.
was the best massage.
He said he often says, "If you like my chill style, meaningful videos, please
Yeah.
subscribe." And that's how you know. You're like,
He
"Yep."
does the... Now, what do I mean by that? With the exact
Yes, he
cadence
does
Phil
that
has.
constantly.
Now, what do I mean by that?
Yeah. The studio had to close its doors. Now, what do I mean by that? Or he uses "allow me to explain"
Yeah.
a lot, which is very good.
Yeah, I would love to have him on. I mostly just want... I really want to ask him a series of lists from him. I was like, okay, which one is your favorite? Okay, which one is this one? Because I want all that data.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck you.
Which, speaking of, I have a data-related question I want to ask you,
Sure, sure,
Um,
sure.
Senor Spacer, Master Logan.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you die. You pissed off a ninja. It was bound to happen. You go to the afterlife, and you meet Saint Peter. He's at the
So now we
gates
got
and
a
whatnot.
face
He says,
mission
"I'm not gonna
on
play with
top
you,
of
man.
this
It's
fucking
hell."
building,
I mean, come
means
on,
I probably have
you
to
know
go
it.
back the way I
Uh-huh,
just came.
yep.
But and then he says, "However, there have been some reforms, and obviously we couldn't go down and tell you about these reforms. There is a challenge system now. If you manage to complete this impossible task in 3 lifetimes, you get in. And that impossible task is, he says, you have to fix Phil. You have to solve this puzzle that is Phil.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How do you do it?
And I have 3 lifetimes.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. High level. For first lifetime, trial
right here. I
run.
can't fucking find
Trial
it,
run.
man. This is-
That
oh,
is
here it
that
is.
is the data gathering
okay.
and research phase.
You're treating
That
it like
is
a game,
this-
good.
That
There's
is
a lockbox
that is
here.
arguably this lifetime where I'm
Fucking car
observing
doors in my
DSP,
way.
collecting data, finding the angles. Second lifetime would be fixing attempt number 1. Second lifetime, I would want to try and contact Phil, and I wouldn't be old enough to be John Rambo, but I could contact Phil in kind of an Air Raid Lord style way, and I could replace
Fuck you.
Air Raid Lord in his mythos,
How do I get
get
up here?
close
This
to
is
him.
annoying as fuck,
Then I
man.
could
Look at
start
this. How do I get
slowly
up
and
here?
subtly
What the
influencing him.
fuck? Look.
Like, hey, Phil, you might want to go on over to direct
Oh my
capture.
God.
You know, go into direct capture. Don't stop burping. I would say,
Fuck this.
don't stop burping. I would actually make him. I'd make him adopt direct capture, but I would make him
Someone
lean
gets
into
fucking
like his worst personal tendencies, because
Oh,
I
shit.
believe DSP is funniest when he's at his most toxic and most venomous,
Yeah.
most unfiltered. And the problem with DSP
car?
in current day is that he has had all of the rough
Fuck outta
edges
here.
sanded
Stupid cop
down
saw me somehow.
to an
This is insane.
experience that is, for the most part, just kind of bland.
Yeah, he's just bitter, and I'm not interested in seeing
Yeah,
a bitter old man.
it's bitterness with absolutely no
Ninja kick someone.
force behind it and no comedy, because he would at least scream at a game
Yes.
10 years ago. And
Yeah.
be like, what the fuck happened? Like, he would spurg out during gameplay. He doesn't do that anymore. He just does the Jim Halpert from The Office look at the camera, and then he just moves on, you know?
Yeah.
Because he fears that this is how you don't play. So
yeah.
I
He
would
doesn't
tell him
want
to
a viral
lean into
clip
that
going
shit.
out.
Have you ever
I'd tell him to lean into that shit. That's how I'd fix him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna help things out here with that second answer. The second routine is actually your first one, because I didn't mention this part, but you theoretically have infinite resources in this quest, so you
Oh.
can move next to him and just like hang out.
Oh,
Like, would you still go for it? I would think like you'd be like a therapist or a Big Brother program for this dude.
I'm trying to think. Like, where would I be most likely to infiltrate Phil? I would have to get a job at the helicopter company. Getting a job at the helicopter company, getting myself promoted up, and then promote Phil to some kind of middle management position, give him a good retirement plan, make it so he never streamed on YouTube. I mean, that would be fixing him by definition.
Yeah.
That would be forcing him to be responsible, forcing him to learn. I mean, that would make this vortex go away. But I think if St. Peter said to get into heaven, you got to fix this guy.
Yeah.
I would define that as getting him a steady corporate job, letting him retire with stable income. Boom. There we go.
Yeah.
Which is what Dave tried to do, by the way. It's what his father tried to
Dave
do.
tried. He did.
Yeah.
Perfect answers. I loved them. Those are good ones.
Thank you for the reframing, because that definitely changes my answer, because the fix is him at least finding another full-time job after Sikorsky fell through. Because like, if you could stream successfully, if you could make videos successfully and have a 9-to-5 job, why wouldn't you do both? It's kind of my take on it. Always been my take on it.
And here's the thing about the test. The test was never about it being impossible. It was about you having the humility to think of an idea where you have to praise this man. Like, yes, you'd have to, as your boss, you'd have to say, "Good job, Phil." And I think any one of us would be sickened to even say that.
Yeah, yeah. Good job, Phil. Like that's the thing. Knowing what I know from this lifetime, I know like his buzzwords, so I could be like, "Phil, you're so good at public speaking. You're so good at continuous improvement. You're so good at project management," because you can actually get him to comply and do the things you want him to do by one of two options. Either you use the carrot or the stick. Detractors use the stick, and eventually we get him to do the things we ask for. For better for worse, we kind of asked for background music, and boy, did we get shitty background music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had monkey paw curling left and right in the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, absolutely, because everybody said, myself included, I said on my Takin L streams time and time again, he should have background music. Now I wish I could go back and take all that back.
Yeah, same with the camera. I was giving this dude shit for having a blurry ass camera. I have no idea what I was thinking.
What the fuck?
High definition Phil sucks.
I want to do this.
It really does.
I kind of like a little blurry Bigfoot over there talking about games.
And that brown piss filter, that yellow piss filter, I almost feel nostalgic for it.
Yes.
You know?
I think my solution to solve the riddle of Phil is, when I was going through it for the first time thinking about this, I realized that I would probably use all three of my lives because I would succeed but piss off God again. So, like, I had an idea of like, okay, so I make him all this, this, and this, and then I can just start living off of him. I can start parasitically draining him of money. And I was like, no, I got back in now.
That could be a way of fixing him if you could be like, listen, Phil, I'm going to be your talent agent.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
That's what I was going with.
Approaching Phil in 2010, be like, Phil, you're so talented, you need an agent, and then you're just his agent, and you can hire people to help him, and you can collect the money for the rest of Phil's life.
Yeah,
basically.
And I would even make myself kind of a
Panda
matching
Lee
character.
was like, which is kind of what Panda Lee was trying to do for a couple of years there, you know.
And I would even do it as like a
she said that thing to Rambo where she's like, I'm his manager. I get 50% of it. So
that was a
there
weird
was at
quote.
least a thought that she was going to try to do that, you know?
And she didn't do a bang up job.
No.
Yeah, I would do something like that. Was the plan, is that I would be Big Leonard, his agent. And I would even make it a character too, and that's why I had the name Big Leonard. And he would be like, you dumbass detractors, you're jealous of how much my boy Phil is making, you know.
Oh, yeah. You could totally be his hype man. Yeah.
And that was the second idea I had, is I wanted to be like a Fred Durst style hype man for Phil, but steer him by doing the thing you mentioned, where you're complimenting things about him. Be like, Phil said, you know, he's been on 5 minutes of rant, and I say, you know what, Phil, you don't owe these guys any more breath. Let's get to gameplay. You've reproached these idiots enough. So he doesn't go on those 6.5 hour long mega rants.
That's the thing. Redirecting people is not that hard if you know which buttons to press. And you could easily redirect Phil. You're like, you know what, Phil? That was a great 5 minutes. These retards don't deserve another second of your time. Let's get to Sekiro or whatever. You know?
Yeah, or I could do you could do all kinds of skits with it. It'd be fun. I'm kind of up here dancing. I can't see because of the green screen, but I almost want to do Fred Durst style dancing and be like, 5 minutes are up, bumps. You don't get any more words from the king of hate.
My boy's got work to do. He's got more important things to do. He's a gamer.
But here's the thing also is that I would, and this is where I think God would get pissed at me, is because I would use this to exploit for my own fun. And part of that would be I would reach out to the detractors and say, okay, guys, what do you want them to play? I'll convince them to play whatever you guys want. Be like, Phil, I've been talking to your supporters, man. They want to see more Dark Souls.
You'd be secretly in contact with Agent Copper, and just a handful of other people. You're like, all right, guys. What are we doing? What's the game? And then you line up the games.
Yeah. And because in a way because DSP's so alone, he's forced to take all this direct feedback to the face. But if he had some sort of filter in place, some sort of because I would do that. I would mod his comments. But man, you ain't got to worry about that. I'll take care of all the comments. Clean all that up.
Could you imagine if he was like, oh yeah, if you want to vote for a game, tweet Big Leonard. Big Leonard will collect your response.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
And because it's for heaven, I really don't need any money from this, so I could give him 100% of the loot. They'd be like, dude, you can keep it all.
Yeah, that's
just let me do my job, you know?
Because your win state is getting into heaven. That's your only win state.
And then I started thinking, well, maybe a couple bucks wouldn't hurt. I could buy some bullshit. But then, oh shit, I'm using up chance number 2 now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be so fun. And you know what? What you described in terms of praising him to redirect him, that's exactly what PPP did. So we know it works because PPP did it dozens of times on screen.
PPP was going for his objectives, and his objectives I felt were rather simple. But I do know that a lot of detractors would find that annoying if you just kept blazing him forever. Because I found it annoying at first. But then I kind of turned around. I was like,
I did until because there were a few moments where you could obviously see where PPP was going. There was a day where I woke up and I was and PPP said something. He tweeted something like a picture of Emperor Palpatine, and he said everything is proceeding as I have foreseen it. And I was like, oh, so it's like that. So this is just a massive op. And there were people telling me in various threads that I'm on and in various Discords, they were like, just wait. Whatever it is, the payoff is going to be amazing. And it really kind of was. It really was.
And the thing is that I responded too much to a swing. When they were talking shit big time on the detractors, I kind of took some of it seriously, and that was a mistake on my part. I do think that Worski is a lame ass because
Worski is lame.
I attacked him on Twitter and he banned me or blocked me or whatever, and then afterwards.
Oh, but isn't he a free speech warrior?
Well, they were doing that. Okay. That was part of the bit that they were doing, and then after it was all blown up and all the casino stuff was over, he sent out a message on Twitter saying, "All right, guys, if I ban you, tell me your name. I'll just unban you."
Oh, okay.
So I saw that and I said, "Nah, I'm actually good. I'm good."
Well, I can kind of get with that if it was part of the bit.
Yeah, it was part of the strategy.
But honestly, still saying "fuck that guy" would also be a perfectly good response.
Yeah.
It's Worski.
Yeah, I find him obnoxious. I find them both obnoxious, but of between Bulk and Skull, I kind of like Bulk a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Bulk and Skull is the perfect analogy for those guys. Absolutely.
I think another thing would be trying to get Phil to appreciate cool things. I would try and test my mountaintop theories on him and say, all right, Phil, when we play this game, let's actually watch a couple Kung Fu movies beforehand and get kind of hyped about it. And then we can play it and get hyped to do Kung Fu shit.
let's
Instead of doing,
let,
oh, look at that, I'm karate
like,
kicking.
yeah, like Phil, let's watch Super Cop. Let's
Yeah.
watch a bunch of Jackie Chan movies, Shanghai Nights,
And I'll redirect him when he's like, oh, that's so goofy. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? He's throwing him off his game by pretending he's falling over. Jackie Chan's a master. He's like, oh, okay. You know?
What?
Yeah, get Phil
Okay,
to
that was
appreciate
so
art.
random.
Good luck. Good
You want me
luck.
to marry your
Yeah,
kid?
I think because DSP is just kind of fundamentally stunted when it comes to perception. He doesn't notice the patterns that define art.
Yeah?
So
No,
Maybe I'll
no,
consider it.
because art is kind of
Is your daughter
finding,
hot and are you rich?
is
Those are the two
recognizing
questions I have to
patterns
ask.
that matter to you
Yes.
I know
emotionally.
it's
Like
getting
that is
superficial
art.
of me,
That is.
but I
That's why
am
that's why when I
way
tell
of the
people, oh,
sun on you.
this thing X is exactly my, like,
Oh,
I know
shit,
mechs
sorry.
are exactly
I
your
played the whole
shit.
game, I don't
So when I
remember
see
names
something
pretty
cool
bad.
that's mecha related,
No
I
cars
usually will
anywhere,
send
I
it
have to
your way
walk.
because I know it'll hit
Yes.
for you. That's how art works. You know.
I'm gonna be real. I've had a couple detractors say to me, "Yeah, I'm not really into mechs. I'm not really into robots." And I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I really do. I really do apologize from the bottom of my heart. But I just sneer at you when you say that. I'm thinking, what? It's like saying, "Yeah, I don't really like boobs. I don't really.
Yeah,
I don't really like
yeah,
nice
exactly.
asses. Yeah, I'm not really into like
I'm not a boob
motorcycles and
guy. It's
chainsaw
like,
fights.
well,
I
then
don't think about cool things.
I don't get it.
What?
Yeah.
Swing it, baby. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you? We gotta watch a clip. We gotta watch a clip. Which mecha clip is one of your favorites?
Oh man. Well, this is very basic, but
It doesn't matter.
probably the beginning of, well, not the beginning of 0079, but you know the one. The big battle where the Gundam comes out and just starts like ripping shit, and Xeon is like, "Oh fuck. How do they produce a laser beam on a
Yes.
unit like?" That's a great clip where they're like, "Oh, this is years ahead of our technology." I love that clip.
This is pretty much what it is.
Yes, it's this. It's right here. A Zaku in a single blast.
Holy shit!
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Probably
yes.
one of the best Gundam parody videos.
No, but the thing is that both parodies and gets the point across.
Yes,
It
it
does
is
both.
100% sincere. That is how Xeon felt. That is an impossible wonder weapon. What are we
Yes.
gonna do?
Because literally, like, the line is something to the effect of, "Oh, they have a beam cannon, or they have a beam laser that is years ahead of our technology. We don't have anything like that."
Yeah, because they
you know?
mentioned it later on. They said, "Dude, it doesn't make any sense. Only battleships have enough power to fire one
like
of those
you
things."
can't have a laser on a unit that size, is like kind of where they get hung up. They're like, "What's the power source? We don't even know what the power source is."
It's a monster. And that's why I think Mecha is cool, because people always get this interpretation that Mecha is not about the characters. It's like, no, it's always about the characters. 80% characters. But for us robot nerds, it's cool how the robots work. You know,
It's
how
like
they do.
that one that came out last year, the CGI one. I forgot the name of it, but the one that was from the perspective of Xeon ground forces, and the Gundam came, and the Gundam was basically a monster. The Gundam
Yes.
was like a slasher monster.
That was the slasher take on
fantastic.
Gundam.
That was fantastic framing. It was
Yes.
great.
And
Oh
it
my
was
God.
cool because what I love about Gundam is that it kind of self-references. And because that's a mythos throughout the 1 Year War, is that the Xeon were terrified of the Gundam. It was just a
Yes.
nightmare to behold. And it's cool that they went ahead with it literally.
To see like, oh,
record
this
victory.
is where those legends might have come from. These ground forces just see this towering Gundam, and the way its eyes would light up, like some of those scenes of it like coming through the night when the eyes would light up, and then they find out that like, oh, it's a kid driving this thing. What the fuck? And it's like, well, okay.
Yeah. This thing is spookerific.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, I insist that this series absolutely ruled. Everyone who
Oh, it's
says
great.
this sucked was an idiot and a liar. This shit ruled. There's the energy weapon. It's
Right there.
instant death.
Not only through the mobile suit, but through several buildings.
And
And this thing looks like a monster.
it's cool. How can you
Yeah.
not like this?
It is like Jason Voorhees level like slasher shit, you know?
And robots are cool because they're like tanks, but more. And this is the next step of tank. I can not
Yes.
like that.
It's a logical evolution of the tank platform. Kojima understood this with Metal Gear. He absolutely understood this.
And that, everyone's a big fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson. I hate this dude because what he's done to science fiction.
We've talked about that.
He's
Yeah,
a sewer mutant to me. And it's because everyone who watches Mecha says, but that's not realistic. And I'm thinking, you watch superhero movies.
it's basically magic. Shut up.
A
And actually,
purpose, dude.
Gundam
They
is
purposely put
basically
that.
magic.
They put that there
They
for
explain it
beginner's
through
traps. You
essentially
would
magic.
accidentally
Those
drive off fucking
Minovsky
knives.
particles.
Yes.
Get those Minovsky particles.
Those
man.
Minovsky particles change up the properties of
Oh, that's fucking
battlefields.
great.
Yeah. And there's also, I believe, that, what was it, that law says anything that is sufficiently advanced appears as magic?
Here's his magic.
And so I had tackled that question in my story. I figured out how to do mecha. Because, yeah, they are clearly too big and too heavy to move.
Yeah.
So what the dudes figure out is, well, what if we reduce its mass by 90%? Then it can move. Then it can kind of jump around and stuff.
What if
So-
we use some kind of quantum thing or magic?
a mass dampener,
Yeah. Yes.
And
yes.
so that's why they can jump around and stuff. But then, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. You watch superhero movies, man. What's realistic about any of that? Well, it's super soldier serum. What the fuck does
Thor
that
is
mean?
friends with Spider-Man. How can Spider-Man be friends with a Norse god? That doesn't make any sense. But you watch that shit.
This shit's dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's another reason why it's forever death to all EVA fans, and that's because you guys are partly to blame for this. Because you guys say that dumb shit. Unlike other mecha, this one cares about the characters. The weird thing about that statement is EVA does care more about the characters than other anime, than other mecha. The problem is that those characters suck.
Back for
Yes.
the conclusion of Sleeping Dogs, and what I mean is.
Yeah, have you seen one of the greatest mecha of all time? Let's see.
Show me. Show me.
It is freakishly hype. This is called Getter Robo.
Get a Robo. Okay.
This is one of the greatest anime openings of all time.
Oh, this looks incredibly hype. Mechs with capes. Let's go.
He punched people, shit, he don't give a crap. Ryoma's the man. Ryoma's super cool.
This does look hype.
Evangelion teaches about depression. Getter Robo teaches you about getting hyped,
Right.
about getting stoked.
Yeah, this just looks fun.
It's cool.
Fun.
And it's brutal, too. These dudes are assholes. They're humongous dickheads. They're not heroes, except they are. They do shit their way.
The art style makes them look kind of unhinged. The way the
Their
faces are
smile,
drawn.
right here,
Yeah.
these smiles that they throw on, these rhino smiles, look
Yeah,
awesome.
these dudes look nuts. Like they're having too much fun.
And that's why I was saying about Evangelion. It's like, I don't know, something's more inspiring about a bunch of douches uppercutting an alien,
Yeah.
This depression, but disassociation, but loneliness. Oh yeah, well check out this badass rhino smile right here.
And like Gundam does that angsty stuff
Yes!
too. But I feel like it does it in context, and I think what comes after and what you get out of it is still interesting to watch.
Everything is interesting to watch and superior. Because you have different characters, you can have different stories with them, and they can find despair, find redemption, find whatever. And Eva, you just find whatever. Whatever the hell
Also,
that.
like there are like little sub stories that Gundam is trying to tell, kind of off to the side. Like Bright is my boy. He needs a lot more credit because he is a very competent military officer that is dealt a shitty hand in a lot of cases, but he does what he can with what he's got. So I'm always pulling for Bright.
Bright is a phenomenal character.
Yes.
Bright is probably the main character of Gundam, if you really put it.
Well,
Because he's witness to the most amounts of history.
Yeah, at least, well, even because I have more context for 0079 than anything else. But in 0079, he's almost always where it happens. Like he
Yeah.
is the one character that like can consistently tell accurate tales of what's going on, and he's surrounded by incompetent people. By the way, he's a very competent person who's surrounded by incompetent people, but he still somehow makes it all work, makes it all go.
I'm gonna quickly aside, but I do want to talk about my boy Bright.
Sure.
Look at how cool these dudes are. They're riding up on Mecha Dragon and shit like that. Like, oh no, it's about loss. It's about
There's
pressure.
blood in space.
It's about imagining going nuts in space with robots. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, aliens? Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. That shit's stupid.
Max with Kate.
And they can transform. And okay, this is the coolest part. Wait, actually, it's the second coolest part. There's a billion coolest parts. Meathead level, I'm gonna chop a moon in half.
Wow. Eat your heart out, Death Star.
Yeah, man. And that's why Getter Robo's freakishly powered in sci-fi power scaling.
Yeah,
And this
'cause you
is
can
my
chop
favorite
a
part right
planet
here when
in
you get
half.
this monochromatic mode right here. That looks
Oh,
cool,
that
man.
looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, hey, man. Hey. Do you want to do like a watch party thing or like watch together of watch the Gundam series?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. You know where to find it. I have the Blu-ray from 0079. I can rip them. Get nice clean rips.
Yeah, because I want the Getter Robo's cool. Getter Robo's so awesome.
Actually, it'd be fun for you and I to. It'll take a while, but it'd be fun for you and I to go down that whole series. Just take the journey, man.
And I'm gonna tell you, there was a journey. There's a meme in the Gundam existence that there is a black sheep that people kind of avoid, and it is Gundam Double Zeta. And for the longest time, I avoided it because it was, oh, you watch that shit's filthy.
I remember it being on Toonami at one point.
It was
but
never on Toonami. And that's why it's a black sheep. It's because
what
it never
was
got
on Toonami? Because there was because
Gundam
79 was on Toonami, but then there was a spin-off series that was on Toonami. I must be confusing it.
So it's a little janky because Gundam actually got kind of canceled because of 9/11.
Sorry, there's no knife.
And so
in this game, you fucking
Gundam
cheater.
you only saw on Toonami Mobile Suit Gundam, 8th MS Team,
What? What the hell? Get out.
War in the Pocket,
Oh,
all those songs.
8th MS Team is so good.
8th MS Team is
I
god.
love 8th MS Team.
It was the first one for military dorks.
Yes.
Like who like military dork art, you know. You know,
Because
very
they're talking
platoon.
They're talking about maintaining their mechs. They're talking about jungle operations. They're talking about strategic importance of certain jungle trails, and it's good shit. If
It was cool.
If you're
It
like
was
a
hype.
military nerd, yeah.
But then you got Gundam Wing, and then
Gundam Wing, yeah.
That's nice.
I think you had Gundam 0083, and then that was it.
That's nice.
We didn't get Zeta. Which was weird.
Okay.
We did get a regionalized Zeta, so they had planned to air it. And
the whole
we
mission
didn't.
over.
I think we got Gundam 00 and Gundam Seed as
Yep, do the whole
Constellation. We got
fucking
those two.
mission
Those
over.
two. I mean, they're all right.
Fucking
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But they,
Right in front of me.
Gundam Double Zeta
What the
had
shit?
no
It's like
localization
105 bucks
because
to get
by
it.
then
Run all the way around
Gundam
the building.
was kind of on a rebound,
Okay.
and so it only exists in fan subtitles and official subtitles. And weirdly enough, I appreciate the fan ones more.
Fuck it. I don't even care.
But it's why it's a black sheep is that for the first half of it, it is very slapstick. It's very cartoony, and it is a weird tonal shift from Zeta. 'Cause
Okay.
Zeta is Gundam at its darkest. It's at its most despair. And Double Zeta started off as goofy to kind of try and offset that flavor, but then it locks in hard as hell in that second half and becomes one of the greatest of the Gundam series. It somehow manages to recover from that horrible.
Wow, and people consider it a black sheep.
Yes, because it's you do have to watch the goofy parts. You have to. power
Okay,
through
so
the
maybe
first
a lot
half.
of people just bounce off in the goofy
Yes.
parts and say "fuck this." They don't stick with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Bright's present in 0079.
Yep.
He is present in Zeta. He is present in Double Zeta. He's present in Char's Counterattack. He's present in Unicorn to an extent. And he is present to an extent in Hathaway's Flash. So yeah, he has
forever to get over
a
there.
long ass story. And then he is epilogued in Gundam Pulitzer. And
Oh,
Gundam
okay.
Pulitzer is the best.
Yeah,
Gundam
you have gushed about Gundam Pulitzer several times. to
Your
me.
favorite anime
Headed the
will
wrong
never
way.
have
Are
Gundam
you
Pulitzer.
serious?
Gundam Pulitzer is a magnum
What the
opus.
fuck? I said this is
And
my
also
waypoint, and the
Mbode
game
in the
showed me a
chat. How many
house
Chicky Chang
far
lands?
to the fucking
Too
north.
many to count. I don't know. And we haven't been talking about
Fucking
Phil
stupid.
Yeah.
a lot. We've been talking
Well,
about
Phil's
other
fun
stuff.
to talk over.
He's fun to talk over, but not
What?
about.
How was I
That's
supposed
the
to
thing.
jump on
What?
That made no sense.
What?
I wish I would watch
I couldn't
DS.
jump
I would watch Gundam with
rope. I
DSP.
wasn't
I would
nearly
watch
close
Gundam with
enough.
DSP and
What
see
the
him
hell
get
was that
confused
about?
and like just kind of enjoy watching him. Like,
New
dude, that doesn't make
type?
sense.
Eh?
Oh, do they like have magic powers?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Way
He would think it was literal magic, even
Yeah.
though like that's supposed to be a metaphor for something
All
else
right.
in
Yes.
like
And the
our
sleeping
universe.
dogs, and what a
you know?
surprise.
Generational gaps
I
and
think
such.
this is-
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really
New
good.
types are
That's what
a
we did,
reference
by the way.
to generations.
I really
It's
enjoyed it.
it's your children. That's what a new type is.
It's how like it's basically your children, and it's supposed to be like an analog to how like adults age out of culture and don't understand technology as much as the children do. That's why the children are gonna be the ones to pilot these mobile suits. I find the symbolism like pretty on the nose, and the fact that a lot of people miss it is very strange.
Mhm.
This game you're doing
And like anything with Gundam, you've got the story and then you've got the science behind it. And
Yes.
they try and explain the science of new types, and it's pretty cool. I like their
really
explanation.
cool.
Yeah.
I really,
But,
really enjoyed this game.
But Double Zeta
And
rules.
I'm
He's
surprised it was so
probably
good.
at his
And I'm also
most
surprised 'cause I actually was
utterly
looking at
screwed
some
in Double
reviews of the
Zeta.
mainstream media who played this game,
Like
but they didn't like
he's
it.
so
They're
screwed.
like, "Oh,
Home
it's
Command isn't
okay,
even
it's like a
taking his
6 or
calls
7."
anymore.
I'm like, what?
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
He's
This
been
game was
disavowed.
amazing.
Okay.
They're like, dude,
Fun.
we have
Just
no
the length
ships
of
to
the
help
game,
you.
the amount
We
of
have no
content.
mobile suits to help you.
You're on your
Good
own,
luck.
right?
You know,
The combat and the missions,
Yeah, that's funny.
it was really enjoyable. I really liked it. So
and Double Zeta, what's really good about it is that it sets up a Grand Slam later because there's an immensely dark plot that happens near the second half of Double Zeta, which involves a lot of cruelty to children, and it is hard to watch. It's hard to watch because of the implication of what's happening. Because part of it is that
Right.
these new types start experiencing torture, and so it hurts them on a deeper level. And so it kind of in Double Zeta, it kind of knocks it up, and then but it stops addressing it.
Yeah.
Well, then later on in Unicorn, that thing comes back down and it's a Grand Slam, and it absolutely addresses all the trauma that was associated with it. It brought me to tears when I watched Unicorn. That shit is an immensely sad story. And see out here saying, "Oh, I can't watch Mecha," you're missing out on this.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
Gundam is about, trauma and kids in mechs, and that sounds good. That sounds really good.
It is. It's beautiful.
Always good when you get a gem, a diamond in the rough, like something
Yeah,
that
he likes this
you
game.
didn't expect.
He does like
and
this
then
game.
It surprises you and pleases you, and that's really the feeling.
Surprises
I
you
got
and
with this
pleases
game.
you. Wow.
Yeah, I know the game
I
did
kind
have
of
some
missed this,
problems.
where he
There's a
used to
couple,
talk over the
bugs
credits, and
and
like this
little
would kind of be
annoying
his
things here and
review.
there, but for
Yeah.
the most part, pretty good. I especially like the.
There were some that had exceptional levels of salt in them. I can't skip the credits, and this game fucking sucks.
To be fair, I do not like games that don't let you skip the credits.
Yeah.
Because
I always go through it because I'm afraid of missing a cutscene.
or I'm afraid of like not getting my clear save. Because like
Yeah.
I'm always tempted to like, oh, I could definitely Alt F4 out of this, but will I get a clear save if I do?
Yeah.
So I usually just wait.
DSP
Oh,
would be
shit, I used the bathroom.
DSP would be an interesting countermeasure to new types because they read energy.
Oh, he is like
and
the
direction.
anti new type.
Yeah, he'd be like a flashbang to them. They wouldn't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
Be a psychic.
Oh,
like,
wow,
"Ah, what the
Terminator
fuck is that?"
reference. Wow. Wow. All of a sudden. Crazy. Yeah, we could watch Enslaved for a bit. Sure.
Sure. If you're still down,
Yeah,
I will
I'm
head
still-
out
I'm
here
still
shortly
down
because
for
I
it.
know you've got things about you.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. My lady's
Oh, the
working
camera's
late
on.
shift tonight, so yeah.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh?
I've got some time.
I don't even know.
Oh
Hello.
man,
Hello.
Gundam's good though. Gundam
That
is-
hello he does after the
Alright.
incidents when
ESP
he goes
here,
hello.
I like the
am-
snort. Like it's almost
Yeah.
This is
a
the first- I
sign of
wanna say the
celebration.
first
Yes.
Oh, the camera's on.
Oh, the camera's
I
on.
did it. I jerked off in front of the
110,
camera.
Fourth
Yeah.
quarter. Here we go. It's going to be overdrive from here on out. Multiple games. Before
Oh,
we
he had
start,
a limbo
obviously the
T-shirt
game
and
is
an
going to be
ODST helmet
Enslaved.
on his avatar.
he played
Wow.
the game.
Yo, we got a point at the TV. Vintage point at the TV. It's called Enslaved.
Man, the ODST were cool. They were kind of ninja-like.
So
I
we're going to
liked
get
them.
started
They
here
were.
with Enslaved.
And they were
Please
just
remember,
regular dudes.
Yeah,
some stuff
I
that's
was hoping the
changed,
rookie would be
being
the
that
next
I got laid
protagonist.
off
And there's
last
where I'm
week
saying
from
with the
my full-time
consulting
job.
job
I'm now trying to turn
is
my,
I would go back to Halo
my
and say,
YouTube,
all right, here's the thing with Halo.
work here
You got to
into
do
a
protagonist
full-time
rotation. I
job
was
for
trying to
me.
explain the
So,
stalled.
Please, if you like the videos, do
Master
three
Chief,
things, please.
we actually
Watch,
don't find him for a while.
rate,
He shows up in
and
the 9th
participate.
game. We've got 6
I'm
games
only
till he
And
shows
what
up.
if the rookie got promoted? and
Exactly.
wasn't a rookie anymore? Huh?
And I was thinking, like, what if it's rookie, but they've got, like, new techno enhancements to make them fight on the level of a Spartan, but they're still just ODST dudes.
They
But
kind of
anyway,
did
enough
that
of that.
eventually.
Got out of the
Some
way.
some of the
Let's jump right into
ODSTs
Enslaved.
from that game become Spartans.
Yeah.
Eventually, they
Namco.
So, yeah, the
Ninja
technology
Theory.
is there.
I have no idea who they
So
are.
we've got a brand new blank slate protagonist that you can
All right, we
make a
got
new
Unreal,
story out of.
that's,
Like, what's this
you know,
dude's
pretty
story?
decent
What's he
graphics
about?
engine.
Cast a voice actor, you know.
The game
Yeah.
automatically
And,
writes save data. Do not
Makes
turn
it,
off the
and then
console.
that's what's cool is when you rotate
Strange
your
that these games
characters.
still think
Okay,
they
you
have
rotate
to
your
warn
third
us
dude. The
about
third
that. Like,
dude
I'm
is
gonna
like
pull
this
the fucking plug on
UNSC
my,
sniper, and he's a sniper
my
mission.
Xbox or something.
Yeah.
right?
Well,
But-
then in the 9th game,
to the west.
he meets Master Chief and helps him with something, like some
We're getting hit by
shit
stun
with
then
bullets.
covenant
that brings you
records.
back. That
Disoriented.
links
Yeah.
you.
Really?
Yep.
And that's how you do that kind of shit. That's why protagonist rotation matters. You know how much these One Piece dudes would be losing their goddamn mind if episode 200, dude, you won't believe it, they ran into Luffy.
Oh my god.
We love that dude. Last time we saw him in episode 80, and now it's... No, but... No, we have to have Luffy forever. Oh, God.
Well, you got to give people
Where's
time
Jack
to
Bauer?
miss your
There he is.
protagonist.
Jack
That's why
Bauer.
rotation works.
And Gundam does glove shit. I don't want to ever admit this because it will put too much heat on Gundam fans.
Go right ahead.
Gundam is far more glove shitto than Star Wars.
What the hell?
Oh,
Way
absolutely.
more, way more.
There's people you'll see for an episode or two and you never see again.
Yes.
Great.
You have weird crossovers. This guy kind of shows up for a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's a chick.
It is.
It's a chick.
It's it.
I've been in here for 10 years. I got the biggest blue balls ever.
Oh my god, Phil.
Oh!
Well, he gets it all out of his system, and then he just gets to complaining about the game.
God damn it. Get me out of this egg.
Big ups Andy
So this is
Serkis.
what Cadbury cream eggs look like in the future.
Oh, I want to show you. I don't think I showed my mecha clip.
Oh yeah, what's your mecha clip?
A mecha clip I've been digging, and it's from Gundam. Is this one here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's cool. This is for the mobile game. Gundam has this mobile game going on right now, and I don't play mobile games. I have
Mobile
principles.
suit mobile game. I
Yeah.
see what they're doing in there.
It's gross. Don't encourage them. But it's all pay pigging. However, the problem is
Okay.
that they created a bunch of.
So to be clear, I just want to get that out there. You're not a whale, are you?
I'm not gonna pay for continued entertainment like that, man. This, to me, it's gross. No.
Gundams belong to everyone.
Yeah,
Come
once
on.
you've paid your price, you get to watch the shit.
Yeah.
Or get to play the shit. And it's the tragedy is that this mobile game had a bunch of custom like DSP says, novel animated sequences. So sequences that exist nowhere else but in this mobile game. And it sucks because you know what? They all rule. This is one of them. It's Johnny Ridden, another ace pilot during the 1 Year War.
Johnny Ridden. I like the name, Johnny Ridden. Well, the style looks clean.
It's beautiful, man.
Very clean. And this is just for the mobile game?
Yes.
Man, what a waste.
They could do a whole series that looks like this.
What a waste. Because it is true to the OG style, it's just a bit cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nice. Yeah, this looks great. It's like if they had a higher budget back in 1979.
Yes.
That's exactly what this feels like.
And that's why I do wish they remade the original series. And I kind of wish they remade it and did a new spin on it.
Yeah, I could.
Like, make it more martial artsy. Make them doing more kicks against each other and shit. I don't know. Something.
Yeah. I mean,
Give
now,
Gundam new
now
weapons.
the animation pipelines and process has gotten better, you could totally make those mobile suits move better.
Ah, it's so depressing.
Maybe one day. It's still time. We're still young enough where within our lifetime we probably see that. We'll see.
I never thought I would see something
was the
like
end of Robotnik's
Requiem for
stronghold.
Vengeance.
Yeah.
Requiem for Vengeance is a
Camera's a little
rare
jittery. It's
return
actually
to
faster than most other cameras in the
I
the
loved it.
physicality
I-
of mobile suits.
I was like, 'cause,
shit.
I was doubting
Holy
it
crap, can
when
I
I
fight
saw ads
someone?
for it. I was like,
Everyone's just dying
Netflix is
instantly.
putting out a Gundam series on Netflix, really? Then I
Hey,
watched
maybe
it
when
and I
you
was
were
like,
invading this prison, you
oh
shouldn't have worn a
shit,
tube top.
Russian
Probably not the
style
best, choice of
Gundam ground
wardrobe,
forces
right now.
Yes.
running
Look at these
from
guys.
the
Help
Gundam.
us!
This is great.
I think.
Hey, you
Well,
boys
I
want
think
to come
that it
feel?
was
Come on, come here.
Nazis versus UN.
I haven't touched
Yes.
a man in quite a long
Yeah,
time.
they had that kind of vibe to them. And
All right. Pretty standard
yeah,
platforming.
it bums me
So
out.
far, it kind of reminds me of Prince of
'Cause
Persia.
I try not to be an old man. I try to let people enjoy the new stuff. But there are instances where I think if I wouldn't let my kid watch this. I would say, dude, you're
What the
embarrassing the
fuck?
family. This
Why is that
family
thing
likes
shining?
cool
See
shit.
that?
Yeah.
That's a weird.
We don't
Pipe was
watch this.
shining.
Sometimes you gotta put your
Get
foot
back
down.
here.
Yeah, we're not
Hey, we
watching
don't
Dark
watch
Side
that
Phil.
here.
Sweet pussy. Oh shit. Oh, in the drop, all right. You break me out.
I
you
do
leave me
drop
alone,
down.
You
He's
bitch.
already drunk. You
You
can
know I
tell.
got blue balls.
Yeah.
Come here. Just
I was
hand down
watching him
quick.
play Far Cry 2, and that's up there with
Oh, that's
Fallout
a
with
great
most
one.
drunk playthroughs.
Oh, absolutely.
Whoa! Holy
He
shit!
clears the outpost, drives
Oh
like a
my
little
God.
bit down the road, turns around. The guys respawn, and he's like, "What the fuck? I was
Oh,
just
shit, look at
here."
this.
It's so funny.
This was an airship. of some
The part
sort.
that lives forever burned in my eyes is there was this part where he's driving through a town, and it's clearly occupied with tons of enemy dudes because they're
Yeah.
shooting at him the whole time
Oh,
he's
I
driving
walk
through
in
the
the
town.
flame, I guess. Holy
Well,
shit.
eventually he kind of stops in the city square,
Where is
like
he?
the
Oh,
central
here it
square,
is.
gets out and starts
Got it.
trying to heal
Alright.
his wounds while
Behind
still
this
being
wall.
shot.
Yeah,
And he can't hide behind his car because he's standing
Alright,
between
he's
it and the
back.
guys.
Holy crap.
yeah.
And it was funny as hell.
So wasted. That entire playthrough.
Escape pods. Now you're talking.
Hey, Logan,
Slaves ready to be
would
alone.
you
Go
be
fuck
interested in playtesting a TCG I'm working on?
yourself. All
Oh,
sex
of
slaves
course.
report to the escape pods
Okay.
quickly.
I would be happy to contribute.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to assign
Ooh,
you
weapons.
a faction.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to figure it out.
Molest him.
Faction.
I like all my factions. They're all cool.
Hurry up.
I try to do some very honest takes.
Mine's
with it.
against the
I
rules.
thought
Okay, Snake
I do a
Eyes,
lot of
whatever you
subversion
say.
of subversion,
Ah,
which
yes.
translates to playing it straight. For example, one of the factions is they have this thing called the Romance of Brothers, and play it straight. What does that mean? It's this weird, these two alien species that found each other
They
and
fucking killed
fought
him
for a
real?
long
You're
ass time,
serious?
and then decided, actually, what
No,
if
they
we
fried
teamed
his
up?
brains.
Yeah,
And
what
so-
if we
They
do
fried his
stuff
fucking
together?
brain. That's-
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's a kind of
Oh,
I
well,
refer
fuck
to
you.
them in notes as
Oh, I won't
nerds
shoot
and
you.
jocks. And the nerds are far more techno-centric, a lot more stuff like that. They're more willing to use their spaceships and just kind of glass planets or fight
Left in
through
the direction
space.
of A to evade. I know
Well,
that.
their other side is they're these dudes, these jocks, and I envision them as giant sharks. And these dudes just love fighting so much that they say, hey man, what if you just let us do a ground version? We'll take it from there. You guys can do what you're doing, dissecting cows and shit.
Tweedledummer.
And so they had that kind of relationship. So pretty much all
Okay.
ground warfare, these guys fight.
Whoa, you attacked the wrong
That's
way.
interesting.
And so I thought that was a
Super
fun
dramatic
faction.
finish.
I've got this one where it's sort of a
The door won't open.
capitalistic
What the
Buddhist
fuck?
kind of thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a sort of
Wait, this door won't
capitalism
open.
spirit that
Look.
fluctuates in waves in this one space, this one faction.
Oh,
And
okay.
basically
Jump
capitalist
down.
magic. And the other faction are these dudes who are constantly at war with the capitalist magic faction. Because they're these 6 species that kind of figured out together, okay, we all hate each other, we're all
What the
racist towards
fuck?
each other,
Dude,
we all can't stand each
I
other,
can't
but we
jump
actually
down.
have to
I
fight
can't
together.
activate this. Look.
And so it's kind of this weird...
The
Enemy
door
of
will
my
open.
enemy of my
Yeah,
enemy of
and
my
they
enemy.
hate each other, so they're always kind of screwing each other over.
Is there any way to
But
tell what I'm supposed to do? I don't see anything to grab.
Yeah.
No,
Don't tell me
I
this is
like
a
the
game
idea
bug
that you
already.
are
The door's fucked
you are
up.
subverting a trope by then
See nothing to
subverting
grab
again.
here.
That's actually a really fun way to like write
Stuff that you're
characters,
supposed to grab is
factions,
shiny.
settings.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks they've seen it all, especially when you're looking at like, you know, sci-fi, fantasy, pop culture. So if you can subvert the subversion, then you're thinking. You're thinking.
Because the romance of brothers is kind of along that line that you're talking. Where when I was talking about it with some of my friends, they said, "Well, wouldn't they just eventually turn on each other? Wouldn't that be a plot point that happens?" And I said, "These dudes would never turn on each other. That would be suicide." And so that's why.
Maybe it's like we're lying because we know that if we keep fighting forever, it's mutually assured destruction.
Yeah.
So wouldn't we rather join forces and
stun
take
charge
our
attack.
actual enemies off the board? I like that. That idea is way more compelling to me.
Yeah. Because then you don't have to have this thought in the back of your head of what if they ever betray each other. Then it never becomes a story about betrayal. It's just a matter of who punches the other dude harder this story.
Yes.
It's the wrong way. Okay.
And I did a live reading of one of my chapters, and it was the 5th faction. And these dudes, I evil maxed. I looked at all the different evil factions and sci-fi and whatnot, and I said, all right, I know how to make it worse. And it was
Just like in
it's these
Spaceballs.
monsters
Bear's gonna wave
that
goodbye.
are genocidal maniacs, and they put effort and thought into it. So, like, they'll find a planet full of life forms, send down listening pods, and research that species' religion. And then they dress up like they're gods and just start wrecking cities. And
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Like, they have a weird fun with killing. And so they make a game of it and compete with each other and do art forms with each other. It's like, this is an all-gas run or stuff like that. It's like just psychos.
Okay.
And,
so it's very gamified. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's I almost kind of based them almost on like Rakdos from Magic the Gathering, just these psychos. But the thing is that they have kind of different schools based on what kind of things they like seeing. Well, there's one faction that's the actual military wing of it, because you can't exist in space without people trying to swing on you if you're doing this kind of
Right.
shit.
Exactly.
And so they're
You have to have some way to fight.
they
Yeah.
have all the best mass death weapons,
Holy crap.
and so they have the equivalent of the space nuke. And that's
Oh,
why
okay.
no one's really willing to just buck up to these guys.
Ah, I made it.
Because they have the biggest stick.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And they do use it. They do not make a... They do not pretend like the trigger doesn't work.
Far, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, so they're like they're like the U.S.
go
in the
back. What am I doing
1940s.
here?
I
Basically.
They're
Yeah,
they're
my-
the
Shit, you
saber
made it. What a
rattlers.
jump.
Yeah.
But I did evil max them quite a bit. And I ran into one of my friends one time, and he said something to the effect of, dude, people are going to think you're a psycho if you print this shit. I said, well, I was kind of just hoping that
I
would
don't
win
know. There
first place
are
most
weird
champion.
there are weirder conceits in other
Yeah.
TCG games. I don't think that's
Go, go,
that
go.
outlandish. You're talking
Just said, there
TCG,
goes
you
another
might
one.
as well go big or go home.
Shit.
Come on.
Well, at least we saved the pizza,
You
man.
can kind of get some of those
This guy's
configurations
gonna
in
die, but
Stellaris
fucking-
if you.
I
work
have made
hard
all
enough.
my factions in
Pizza man
Stellaris.
survived.
See, yep, yeah.
made
I figured you would have because I know you're a Stellaris enjoyer, and you can stretch that create your own
Oh, shit.
faction stuff kind of far if you
You know
work
what, Logan the Spacer,
Monkeys will jump
I would
across the
like to
pipes in the
collab with you
wings
and
get
make a
to an
faction.
escape pod and get the fuck
Sure.
outta here.
Okay.
let's do that sometime. That'd be very fun.
Whoa.
Because besides Stellaris, one other
Holy
game
crap, this
also
thing is falling
greatly
apart.
influenced my writing, and that is Magic the Gathering. I love the
Okay.
color pie system, and I think it's a great way to write characters.
I don't think we're getting to an escape
And
pod.
so
I'm
all the
just saying.
factions have a different slice of color pie that they are. And then I can base that around like, well, what would a combination of two factions look like? You know?
You fucking bitch.
Yeah, well, that at least
Well,
at
I'm gonna
least
show
makes
me
you
your titties
kind
one
of,
last time.
for lack of a
Flash
better
me.
term,
I'll give you
put
beads.
points into things in a
Yeah.
way that's consistent if you're
Damn.
using the color pie system.
Yes.
Because
the
then,
darkness
like,
go on
there are
strike,
so
they should
many,
let the
there's so
fucking
much
leaves
writing
grow.
where they're like, I'm just gonna make these people do everything. And it's like, well, no, you can't do that. That's inconsistent. Come on.
The tech tree differences. That's something every sci-fi has to do is they have to decide on their
should
tech
not do
tree.
that.
And I decided on mine pretty
That's
late
the
into it.
opposite of what I wanted to hear.
And that they have a shit ton of super freakishly powerful technology, but their power systems kind of suck. Like
You did call it a slave headband, you idiot.
energy weapons are an extreme novelty because they just use too much power.
Okay, so yeah, you need to complicate everyone's tech tree in
Yes.
some
Plus,
way.
eat my pussy out every hour.
I feel like that's key to not make one faction too OP. Is you'd want to make it. You need to have each tech tree have a deficit somewhere.
I'm just gonna call her hot tits for the rest of the game.
Phil, come on.
I'm
gonna call
holding
her
you to that, Phil.
hot tits.
Hot tits. Fuck you, I'm going the other way.
I kind of want to summon Phil as a Cortana in my story every once in a while. So
That'd
I
be
wonder if he
so
should just be
funny.
summoned and say, "Hello, hot tits." I'm
Hello,
so sorry
hot
about that,
tits.
man.
I'm so
Saying has a
sorry
mind of
for
its
him.
own, I assure you.
I am
my
so
udders.
sorry for him.
Oh, I'm like pushing her.
Oh
You saw
my
that?
god.
Whoa, I got a heads up display.
But man, I gotta hook you up with the DLC on Stellaris, man, because I want to play with you
Grab her
too.
ass. Come on, hurry up.
Yeah, no, I can. Let me look it up because I believe I have Stellaris. If I don't, I can solve that
don't think I
problem.
can-
Well, I know I got you a couple of DLC because whenever I see any of my friends copped Stellaris, you're getting a couple free DLC from me.
Oh
'cause this
yeah,
game rules.
no, I've had yeah, I have Stellaris. Because I bought it on because you, me, and Decepticon were talking about playing
Yeah.
Stellaris at some point, so I picked it up on sale. Yep, I got
Supposed to
it.
find a way to get over there, but how? Left
I got
bumper.
Stellaris. Yeah, and you did. You got me.
Yeah,
both the DLC.
because I always want to encourage people to play that game because that game rules,
Whoa.
and it does hide a lot of shit
We're gonna
behind
fuck
DLCs.
them.
I'm not gonna,
Fuck them hard and fast.
not gonna play.
Well, you know, I'm okay with that
Now,
if
let's
the
not make
game
too
is
much
good.
noise by
That
dropping
doesn't
the
really
fucking
bother
thing
me.
as fast
Like,
as
Yeah.
you can.
putting
But-
stuff behind DLC. If the game is enjoyable and good, I'll probably pay for DLCs anyway.
And that's what I feel like the kind of weakness of Stellaris is that it releases with just under the amount to get you hooked.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's like you need something a little bit extra because yeah, for the longest time they only gave you
they've gotchified it. They've
Yeah.
gotchified it.
And the tragedy is that, like I said, anything can be done right if it's done right. It is done right. They are reasonably priced.
Right.
You do get a lot of good shit.
Yeah, we'll definitely play Stellaris sometime. I'd love to create a faction with you. I think that'd be fun to sit down, hammer a lot of that shit
Fucked him
out.
up.
Man, I'm gonna have so much stupid ass lore to tell you.
The arguments that arise in those kinds of situations are always very funny.
So I do have I do have a Mary Sue situation though. And that is
Okay,
that my favorite
what's your
faction.
Mary Sue
My favorite
situation?
faction is
Because I try to
Press the button
avoid
to get
Mary
the
Sue
power-ups, thank
situations
God.
and the stuff that I create. 'Cause
Imagine that, a game where they just
it's just
collect and work.
it's hard because
Excellent.
if you have a Mary Sue, you
I
have
love
to
Pilgriming.
go all the way with it. You just have to
Hey,
make
wait a
the
minute,
Mary
there's fucking
Sue be
stuff over here.
unnaturally good at everything.
Yeah.
It has to
Yeah,
be
the game
part
tried
of
to
the
be a
lore,
dick
part
and
of the
make me miss the
universe.
power-ups.
So what's your Mary Sue?
Well, it's my main faction. The main faction. The
Okay.
characters in my story are all
Why would
from
I
this
use those
faction. They're
nicknames
kind of like
for?
space
Can I buy
scientists,
stuff later? Buy
space
upgrades?
working class. Very cool people. And they the thing with them is that they've got this weird thing where they just kind of get lucky every once in a while. They've got a really good luck
Big
stat,
jugs, go ahead.
Okay.
and so they will be losing a war hopelessly, and then just a natural calamity happens that completely turns the tide of the war. It doesn't necessarily. They don't. Their
That's
fronts
very
doesn't-
DSP. That's
Yeah.
because DSP put everything into luck. And
Yes. They kind of have
nothing
pig
anywhere
roach
else.
luck. And so
Yes.
because of that, that does take them kind of into Mary Sue territory, because then they can never truly lose. And
Right.
But then also, they never really make any ground. They never make
Can't
any
be a slow
headway in those
bitch.
situations.
He is slow as hell. Look.
Yeah, it's like they're so busy about like worrying about not losing that they don't
I know what it
actually
is.
win.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Asshole.
situations.
Yeah. And their thing is they're probably the most
Holy shit!
technologically reasonable.
100
They
pieces of
figured
fucking
out a
wood.
lot of the
It's a fucking
stuff
piece
that,
of wood,
you know,
Fred.
like for example, they would never have a
Holy
cyberpunk
shit.
reality.
Then when I
Because they
get
would have said,
here-
all right, we're going to put a shit ton of research in all this stuff so we don't have space psychos.
Oh, blow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Just shut up
moderation
and blow
is
me.
important.
Yeah. These guys are actually trying to better society. So when they see some sort of shit like, oh yeah,
You're not Jewish,
biomutants,
are
no,
you?
we're not having that.
You know
They
what those
believe in
Jews
helping
did.
people. I wonder.
This is what happens when you let
And
the
so
Jews
they,
do whatever they want.
that's
Push
where
down your shit to
the things
to
stay. And it's a bunch of,
and release
so there's these
select
5
the
factions,
command.
and they're just kind of, this is the 8th era. So these guys have been
I'm gonna
around
go over there.
dicking with
She
each
got-
other
Oh,
for a
shoot! All
while.
these red orbs I would have left.
Well,
See that?
The main faction, Onlof,
knew
has
it.
had a series of setbacks that are looking pretty grim.
A shit ton of them.
But what happens is that I have this sort of these X-File dudes. They're like they're given a ship and said, all right, go to explore shit if you want. We don't care. And so they're sanctioned by the government to explore shit. And what they find is that there was a 6th faction hiding here the whole time.
Oh, wow, yeah, that is very X-Files for sure.
Yes, and so they're trying to figure out how these dudes work, and the reality is that these guys are freakishly more technologically advanced. That they've been stealth hiding around them the whole time.
Oh, see, that's fun. That's
Yes.
fun. We've been watched this entire time.
Yeah. And they know better than to try and swing on us because it's just a matter of numbers. They would lose
Right.
with numbers. So they're just hide the whole time.
That's a very interesting conceit that you have a more technologically advanced faction, but they do not have the numbers. Like
Yeah.
they just. That's always fun when that happens.
But and so that's where the story kind of goes. It's the crux of this narrative of them trying to investigate it from both angles.
Can't move.
Okay,
That didn't work at all. I couldn't.
And
that's very
it's,
interesting.
it gets pretty ridiculous, and that's because I think it'd be cool if there was a I
Oh,
don't
there's
know
one right here. Duh.
a
Yeah.
race scene. Like okay, so we got to have an explanation for this. What if there's a bunch of space
Aha, here we go.
what are they
Flip
called?
mode.
Space
Flip
cholos,
mode.
and they just
Oh,
pod racing. And so
right.
we're like, hey guys, we want to do a race.
You got
You
your
guys
space
down?
lowriders out
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
Oh shit.
that's funny.
Okay, fully charged.
Now this is pod racing.
Distracted.
All right, here we go.
Oh wow, look at him using game mechanics.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought for sure he was going to get shot. I thought that's what this was building up to.
This is how you don't play seems charitable because it's
jump
from
over
the
this,
era
what the
where
fuck?
he like had
There we
to learn the game.
Yeah.
Now he just waits
Three,
for that.
4, finish him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the question that I wanted to ask Phil earlier is, you know,
Alright,
how does
she's
it
acting
feel
the
to
door
be
now.
worse
Cool.
than what you are? Because back then,
Yes.
Phil actually played games. How about that?
Nice transparent ass.
And it is true that like the human brain is very like
You know these
use
two,
it
you're
or
gonna
lose
bone
it.
by the end of the game.
So like
Come
if
on.
you don't use your problem solving and reasoning skills, you're gonna lose them.
Mhm.
Like if you don't socialize with people, you're gonna lose those
warriors.
pathways. That's just how brains work.
Powers in the peas.
I should be more social. I hate people. And I hate people
Me
because
too.
I look
Me
down on
too,
people.
actually. I don't like
the
people
fuck?
very well. The thing is, it's weird
Oh,
because
here,
I
fine,
consider
okay.
myself good at dealing with people. I just don't like
Or,
dealing
maybe I
with
should just
people.
grab this one.
Is what I
Stop being
is
an
what I
idiot.
tend to tell people. But yeah,
Great.
I need to be more social too.
hell's
I
this?
feel like we all do. I mean, it's hard in your 30s, you know.
I try and
Sure,
be.
there's a hell of a lot
My
of
social
differentiation for them
skills
not to
probably
explain
need
what it
work
is.
because at work I'm very. I'm kind of
We're what, like
brutally
45
honest in a
minutes
lot
into
of
the game, we
ways,
still don't know what it
and
is.
it's not necessarily in the most charming of ways. I think.
Oh, okay.
So it's for example, my coworker will say, "Hey, you got a phone call from this guy, and he was saying this, this, and this."
Wait,
and,
wait a minute.
well, what do you think about all
Take
that?
that
And I
up.
said, "What's his number? I'll call him when I feel like it." And
Yeah.
and the reality is that I will,
Pop you in the ass
because I'll put my
every
head in later and say, "I called that dude."
Most people would just say something like, "Oh, just thank you for passing along the message." You know, whatever.
I'm trying to
whatever.
discourage you from
Is that
pursuing this
X-ray
matter
settings?
further.
See how movies-
Yes. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Whoa.
I had a
Fucking press
situation
that.
the other day, and I
swear to
even
God,
hit
I
my
didn't even
coworkers
close
with
to the
it.
guy's button. What happened there?
Amusing effect sometimes. I was talking to one of my coworkers,
Cool.
person A, and he was curious about something and wanted to ask person B, but didn't want to signal that he was asking.
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of one of those. I wish I had some reconnaissance. Well, me being a ninja, I said, "Oh, I'll talk to him." And I said, "Hey, man, person A wants to know about this thing.
I'll take
Just
you
tell
straight
me,
into
okay?"
it.
Oh, you said the thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just told him. It's like person A is worried about this thing. What do you think of it? And person B said, "Oh, it's this, this, and this."
Half
And
the
I said,
fucking
"Awesome.
dragonflies
This
show
never
where the
gets
mines
out."
are, but you can't see them.
Oh man.
So there you go. I did my espionage.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I reported back that it was nothing. So yeah, I kind of have almost
Come
too
on,
much
Ginger.
honesty with people.
Let's go.
I don't play the game.
So bright. Everything in this game
I
is
think
very
people
bright. Just so
appreciate
you
it.
know, it's not the camera. The
It's
game is
it's hard
extremely
it's
bright.
hard to play that game at work.
Yeah.
So don't complain about the fucking.
I'm never like that with my
brightness,
boss
'cause I
though.
can't help it. That's what the
I'm
game looks
always
like.
a proper
See,
gentleman.
now
with
it's
my
darker
boss.
and it looks good.
Yeah, unfortunately, you kind
But
of
look how nice,
have to
how pure red.
I've
kind of
got a
have
cool
to
boss.
Everything is
sand off
loaded.
your edges when you're dealing
was
with
that?
bosses
Loaded.
and
Come
supervisors
on.
and things because
Come on,
they
man, come
determine
on.
your,
Well, at least it's
your
not Dead
future
Rising
at
2
that
loaded.
job and your pay.
Because
In
I
some
shouldn't
cases.
complain.
But
It's easy for me because my foreman's a good man. He is an immensely
Easy for you to
principled
say.
man. And so if he ever feels that something should be done a certain way, yeah, probably so.
You cannot clamor
that's good.
with
And
him.
so-
What
Not
the
not
fuck
all
does
managers
clamor
are
mean?
so principled.
Yes. I've had a million bad bosses, and he's
myself?
one of my.
Was I
I think
gonna
he's
come
my
back for
third
her?
legitimately cool boss.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I've had bad supervisors pretty much my whole life up until like a few years ago
What do I
when I
do?
finally like settled into a department that had
Here
some
we
like
go.
pretty good managers in it. And I say pretty good. It's all relative. I I'm
Give her a
I'm
hefty
one of those
toss.
dudes. Get ready for this line. I'm one of those dudes
I'm
that
pressing
doesn't really
A.
think most managers should exist.
There we go.
Because
Oh my god!
I think a lot of management jobs are useless.
I think management should exist
Almost
if it's
landed on the
ever
line.
it's ever in a state where it's rewarding people who are competent. It's just that the
Yes.
reality is management will never work that way because kiss asses just succeed.
And that is by design.
Come on,
Corporate
Shields.
culture is designed to reward people who are the most on program. And I don't know, man. I don't think inside the box thinkers are necessarily like the best people to have at a company. I would rather have question askers than brown
Instant
nosers,
death.
you know? That's just my
That
style.
sucked.
Like my
Damn it.
boss is cool because he's an immensely honorable dude, and so I always just give it back
Left
to him.
trigger
Like,
to aim a
if he
staff
needs me to work 30 minutes extra, bro, I'm there.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna no
Okay, now
complaining, no whining.
Yep.
And it's because one time, one of the coolest things he ever did one time is we're both there in the morning setting up,
Aha!
Yeah.
and he says, and I'm just kind of grumbling and
Bringing the
tense.
house down.
And he looks over and says, "What's your problem?" It's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "Man, I'm just having a really bad day."
What?
And he said, "Go home." I said, "What?" He said, "Go home. It's a
Stop.
mental health day. You're clearly not good."
Oh, what the fuck?
And
Well, you did the thing which most people never do
Oh,
at
she's
work,
dead.
which when someone asks you how you're doing, most people go fine, even when they're not fine.
Yeah.
You actually did like the right thing. We need to be more honest
What
when
do I
someone
do?
asks us how we're doing. That's one of the biggest problems in our society right now. If you're having a shitty day, maybe tell people like don't do it the way DSP does it, but it's okay to tell someone you're having a bad day if they ask sincerely. And I mean that. I mean that wholeheartedly.
So that was cool. He just sent me home sick,
Oh, I thought there was
That's
one
great.
left.
and I didn't hear any shit from anybody. No one said any snide crap to me. And that was cool.
Yeah.
and that's where the good manager. Cause yeah, I've had a ton of shitty
Absolutely,
managers.
yeah. That is the mark of a good manager. Like telling your people when they need to go home. It's massive.
All right, give me a
Massive.
ability.
You know, DSP would exploit such people.
Oh my DSP would be the worst manager.
Up and blow me.
He would like expect people to work off the clock. He'd be one of those guys.
Yeah, he'd be a guy. He'd be the dude bringing up. That's we're a family around here.
Always.
Oh my
My name's
yes.
Jock
Oh
the
my
Cock.
god.
How about you?
Always be suspicious of people when they're like, yeah, our workplace is a
Dick
family.
Everyone has a name.
You ain't my family. You're paying me. The only reason I'm here is because you're paying me.
What did your
Yeah, man,
parents
this is
call you?
mercenary work, dude. I'll frag you the moment it needs to be done. You know,
No, I haven't. I've never said this to a
They call me
manager,
pest
but I've
number
said
one.
this to coworkers before. I've been like, listen, dude, I'm out of here as soon as it's expedient for me to do something else. Like I've had jobs like that where I'm like, no, we ain't no family.
Makes
Fuck
perfect
this.
sense.
I'm out of here as
The
soon as
sunlight
something
feeds
better
the
comes
plants.
along, and I've done that.
Plants oxygenate
So
the water. The small fish eat the algae. The big fish eat the small fish.
what was your
It's a
horse?
closed ecosystem. Just like my home.
Just like my snatch.
Father.
oh
my
my
goodness,
god,
Phil, listen
Phil.
to that.
Scattered tribes.
What was it you were just discussing?
One visionary leader.
Managers.
Before
jobs,
they attract the
Look at the
attention.
size of her tits. Holy shit.
workplace
I remember.
dynamics.
Abortion problems.
Happen.
She's got the skinniest waist I've ever seen in giant
A
tits.
handful of us.
I don't know, man. I've seen ladies like this, like legit. Like my girlfriend
So,
actually
Monkey, how do you
kind of
manage to
looks
shave
like
out here?
my girlfriend is
Because
a
you really
Yeah, my
don't
wife's
fit.
small-waisted woman with our girls are hot. Like
Yeah.
these ladies exist. My girlfriend kind of looks like this lady actually. Like has these. We pick them well.
Oh,
We
shit,
pick them
the hell
well,
is that?
Glenn.
Yeah, because that's
Well, so much
because
for
that
the
was kind of
fish.
my
Look at
thing
the
is that
balls. Holy shit, look at the size of it.
you know you can be shallow if that's your true
I have
mission and you're not
balls
gonna be
for
bitter about it.
hands.
I was like, man, I'm gonna have a hot wife. I'll work on it. I'll find one.
Well, see, the thing is, I found so my girlfriend was just kind of like another
Oh shit.
weird person who got me, and I was like, oh, this weird girl who gets me, like,
God
also I like her, and also
What do
she's
I do?
hot. So let's do this. You know,
Sure, run away.
I kind of got the best of everything, and I'm
Probably need to
so
use her as a
thankful
decoy and attack her from behind.
because I needed someone who could
Nope,
be
left
weird
bumper
with
don't
me.
work.
That's the most important
That
thing.
sucks.
If you're like weird and you're into like idiosyncratic shit, you need a girl who's like
Come on, you
willing
ass, do
to
something.
be okay with your weird bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She humors a lot of my dumb crap.
Yeah, my girl too, 100%. Like,
It's weird. My wife is considerably smarter than me, and it shows in the things we want to talk about. She's wanting to talk about like socioeconomic
I can't block
factors
those.
and
yep.
its parallels with our understandings of metaphysics and stuff. And I'm over here thinking, what if you had space sharks and they got along with these nerd bros super hard?
You balance each other out though. That's
Yes.
really good. That's really good.
Oh, fuck you.
I told her
Fuck
about the
you.
Rog story and she rolled her eyes and said, that sounds really dumb. I said, hold on a minute, it's a
That's why
legitimate
you
monster.
should do it.
I had to
That's
come on the
why you
demolition
should
man.
do it.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm going to be using influences of you in my stories as well. I'm trying to put little parts of people in stories. So I think it's
Ah, thank you. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Because I figure that's how people must write their best characters. It's like
You gotta
it's based on
write
some
what you
dude I
know. And yeah, that tends to be true. Like if you ever hear interviews with authors or like script writers or directors of movies, they're like, "Oh,
come
I
on.
wrote this person based on a guy I knew in college." Like you hear that a
tried
lot,
to roll.
you know?
Snape is based on someone J.K. Rowling knew.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
That
Rest
was
in
her
peace, Alan
science
Rickman.
teacher.
I guess. Oh, okay. That's why he taught potions. That makes
Yeah.
sense. He did a taunt at the camera. That's funny.
The statue.
Hey. I like how the girl got pissed off and said, "Hey, Phil, hit the statue." This was
Oh my
right
God,
around the
what the
time
fuck?
where
What the
video
fuck?
games were becoming more verbose.
Yes.
Where we started to get those like escorted
Oh,
characters
sorry.
that said, "Hey, you might want to shoot the water wheel over here." This was like the very
Here it
beginning of
comes.
that,
Yeah.
and it is verifiable that it was
Oh,
partially
he
due
hit
to
the
this dude right
statue.
here.
What the
too.
fuck?
It is, that is verified fact, and I love that. That's so funny to me. Side characters in games became more verbose because of this chucklehead.
DSP did ruin gaming by being basically the statistical
Alright, here we go.
average.
Yes, he became the lowest
come on.
common denominator. That's so funny to me. Because
So-
literally, that God of War developer
go.
that was giving that
Okay.
conference was like, yes, we knew that if we could teach this
come
player
on,
to
I'm
do
the
something,
life
we could
man.
teach people to do anything. And it's like, oh boy, Phil.
That's fucking bullshit.
When I
What did
first
he
saw
do?
that, I thought it was an
Late.
edit one of you guys did. I thought for
It
sure.
looks like a detractor edit, doesn't
does.
Didn't say he hit
Does.
the
Yeah.
statue. I thought he was hitting the wall.
No,
The
that is
wall was
that
making
is
the
that is
statue
on the
fall apart. He was,
official
like, shaking the
that
ground.
is on the official GDC YouTube channel.
That
You
is
can look it up right now.
It's like whenever
Incredible.
you would have an interview and there'd be Chris Chan just in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, like Chris Chan has shown up in legitimate things, hasn't he? Hasn't he like
Really
been
hurt the
present
fuck
in
out.
things, or are all those edits fake? Because I've seen edits of like
Jesus
Chris Chan
Christ.
being spotted places, but I can never quite tell. You know?
Yeah, Chris Chan. Yeah, he's basically just a cryptid at this point. He doesn't really do many streams. I watched one of his streams one time and it was rather boring.
Oh, he hit it?
Yeah,
Switch.
he's just doing his own thing at this point.
Yeah,
Nice. Got him.
that's probably for the best for
He's
everybody
34th
involved.
Street. All
Yeah.
right.
Someone solved that
Let's get to
puzzle.
the
They
red light
just started
district.
pimping him out.
Yeah.
But,
Let's go.
Right
I got
next
a-
to you, bitch.
I got a character
Getting red stuff.
who's
Shut
kind
up.
of a self-insert,
Yeah, I was at 20,000.
and he is the
2
main
seconds.
character.
Oh, I love those.
But so I'm the protagonist of my own story.
And I
But
even
I
missed
always
some.
I
As
hope
you
to
should
make
be.
it clear someday in some way
Oh.
to make it clear this
red
is
shit.
not an ego thing. This is me saying,
Get out of my
wouldn't it
way,
be
bitch.
cool if I
More
was
red shit.
cool?
And I mean, you got to write what you know, and who knows you better than you?
Yeah, like what would I do in this situation? And, you know, I'd be awesome.
I would want to write myself into something, but I wouldn't make myself cool. I'd make myself like I'd make myself a red shirt that dies sometime in the first act. That's what I would do.
Really?
I think that'd be fun as hell to write a character based on yourself and then kill them. That seems very fun.
I do make my character suffer though.
Okay.
He goes through some pretty
The
horrible
king
shit.
of suffering, huh? Okay.
Because I felt like, okay, well, you can't have all this cool shit without you getting kicked in the dick a couple times.
Right, you need if you're gonna do a self insert, your character's got to pay for it. Got to
Yeah.
pay for it somewhere.
And so that's what it is. It's a shit ton of trauma this dude goes through, and
Right.
But it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of earned almost.
Right.
But
What the fuck is going
yeah,
on?
I try to have a lot
I
of
got
goofy
raped.
moments.
I didn't
in
realize
mine.
there was a
People
robot
just
in
shit
there.
talking to each
Damn it,
other on the
man.
shit.
I got fucking pummeled. Now.
Star Trek was too clean and polished. Star Trek.
Oh,
Was
I like how rigid the command structure is in Star Trek.
Ew.
That's one of the things I love about it.
Oh, I always thought it was so gross. I always wanted Picard to like lean over at number
If
2.
only you had
and
better
say,
climbing
"Man, this
animation."
alien's full of shit. Let's blast
Bobbling all
him."
over the fucking letters.
See, that's kind of what current Star Trek does, and it's not good.
I guess.
At
I
least
mean,
in
if
my
you're leaning
opinion.
into what you want your characters to
I
be
won't stare
doing,
at
like
your
very
image
See,
accented
but
people.
that's
I
Star
swear.
Wars. Like what you're proposing is very Star Wars. Like Star
What am I
Wars
supposed
does
to do?
that.
Which way am I supposed to go?
Star
Wars
Wars.
used to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
See, I liked Star Wars. I think the peak of Star Wars was 2 games, and that was Force Unleashed was the coolest action game,
Yes, agree.
and then Coder 2 was
Okay.
the greatest
That
narrative
makes
game.
sense.
I actually agree on both counts.
Okay.
We are completely in sync with that.
Yeah.
The nursery, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah,
So-
KOTOR 2 objectively
I'm
like
gonna die here,
the
aren't I?
best non-film like
Just like
Star
everyone
Wars
else did.
lore
Boobs.
because it fleshed out like
Boobs.
so much of our understanding of the
Those are
Force.
nice shots of
KOTOR
boobs.
2 specifically, where Krea's telling your character like, you think you understand this shit? You know nothing.
Stun ammo.
Because I
What is
remember one
that?
time I don't
gotta
remember
be
which
shitting
map
me.
it's on, but there's a time where like a beggar
Oh,
comes up to
shit.
you.
Yes.
ESP like beggar comes up to you. You give him credits, and then as you're leaving, you
Exactly
see
right.
that guy
Exactly
get
what I just
rolled
said.
by a couple guys and his credits stolen. And then Krea's like, "You think that was a good thing you did? No, you're wrong. Giving someone the money is not always the good thing. That's not how the Force works."
Maybe I could
She
stun it.
kind of scolds you for being good. And I think Star Wars needs to have more of those conversations.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, because my dad is who I got my love of Star Wars from.
Okay.
And
Ow, my face.
he has, in my lifetime,
my
probably the
face.
most disrespectful thing I'll say about my father is that he has become kind of lame. And,
I'm
and
sorry,
why
Mr.
that's so
Brain.
sad is because this dude taught me what being cool was,
Okay.
and so it's kind of like weird. It's like, no, master, no, and
No.
and what happened was it was because of Star Wars. He has all the lame opinions on Star Wars, and I'm thinking,
Grab
dude,
it up, Richard.
you taught me better than this, you know. I was
You were
sick.
supposed to show me the cool side of Star Wars, not ruin it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'd be telling him stuff like, man, I like Darth Red, and I thought he was cool. And
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
saying something like, oh, who is he? What was he about?
Apathy is death.
You're like, I
Yeah.
don't play those video games. I don't.
Yeah. Dude, oh my god.
Apparently I can't do
KOTOR
it
like
now. I'm gonna try to
completely
level up, but it won't let me.
recontextualized
That's weird.
what light and dark side
Yes.
could
This
mean.
one.
Incredible. Incredible
What the
work.
hell?
It was the only one that tried to
Those
get
are
away
pictures of
from
Andy
that
Serkis.
extremely rigid dichotomy
shit.
of good
Those
guy
are pictures
versus
of
bad
Andy
guy.
Serkis, the voice
It's
actor.
like, and it didn't do the whole great Jedi shit. It's
just
like, well,
realized
what if a
that's really
Jedi,
him.
but he was a hard ass and just started attacking people?
What just
You know?
happened?
What if quote unquote evil
Andy
went
Serkis on
so
vacation.
far in one direction that it
In fucking
became
underwear.
the moral thing
And
to
a
do?
bathrobe.
Is
It's
kind
horrible,
of
it's
what
horrible, I
KOTOR
think.
asks the player. Like, maybe if you take all of this to its like logical conclusion, it ain't so evil, or at least it's not what you think. Like KOTOR was asking some
I have my
very
period.
interesting
I'm just
questions.
kidding.
And that what kind of bums me out about
That
my
is a
dad.
giant
I
fucking
think
thing.
I think my dad would appreciate those kind of discussions, but instead he's over there saying, "Oh yeah, I like
And now
Grogu.
Monkey throws
I like
his
Mandalorian
feces.
Grogu."
Oh
no,
I hit it right in the face
no,
with a big piece of
no,
shit.
no, no,
completely
no, 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 no.
wrong. Mr. Deranged, completely wrong. Ugh.
So it's that kind of fresh. There was that news story that came out recently, and everyone had
What an
negative opinions
asshole.
at first,
Killed
but I
himself.
understood. And it was PlayStation was working on some sort of program that would have AI play the game for you.
Oh yeah, the DSP program.
Yes.
Basically. Yeah.
And when I heard that, my first thought wasn't DSP. My first thought was, "Ooh, I would love to do that with my dad. He could finally play KOTOR."
No, totally. I was thinking
I
the same
throw
thing.
her
It's
up?
like I'd love to do that with my mom or my stepdad or my girlfriend.
There's nowhere to
Because there are
throw her
times when
up.
I'm
What am I
like, "Hey,
supposed to
mom,
do
I
here?"
want you to see this game." She's like, "I don't play video games,
Yeah.
son." Like, but you know,
Yeah. Like I would love, because I know for a fact my dad would love Metal Gear Solid.
Oh my God,
confused
yes.
again.
But
Yes.
he's like, "Oh, well, I don't really watch those." I
Leonard
just watch-"
This
Senior
way?
would love Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, he would. He
Absolutely.
would think he would think Big Boss is the man.
Because
And,
Big Boss is the
He
Big
he
Boss
is the man. I love. I have a
I
Big
mean,
Boss.
I mean,
insert
he turns out to be the big
here we
boss
go.
in the end.
I had
Like
to
he
pick
lives
up
up to
the
his
spicy.
name. But he's when he is having his rise to power, he is the fucking man.
Yes.
He turns
Throw
out to
you
be
up.
evil, basically, but he is the
You
man
first.
when he's rising. So
I almost don't even see him as evil.
We got
I
the
think
Energizer
he's
battery.
one of those few villains that I really, frankly, don't see what he did
The
wrong.
dog is not even there.
well, I think I think Big Boss is. I think again, I don't know Kojima's like take on it exactly, but
It'd be cooler if
I
you
think
scanned
Kojima was trying to say like, hey, in an effort to
George
try and
Washington Bridge,
save the
Cross this
world
bridge first.
from
GW.
you know, insane people with nukes, Big Boss ended up becoming the thing he hated.
Yeah.
because that's essentially the story is that like
Weird
Big
music.
Boss tried so hard to do the whole like nuclear proliferation, like
Yeah.
deproliferation thing
Watch out,
that
this
he
place isn't
became the
safe.
evil
should
guy
fuck
with
her,
all the
Billy.
nukes.
grab
You
Silent,
know,
and
you know
like,
what I
I'm
mean?
dead.
Yes. I love him
Think
for
that he's
that.
dead.
The other thing that
And,
I liked a
you
lot
know,
about Big Boss is
like
scratching his balls with this
MGS5,
one.
such a good presentation. I know a lot of people hate it, but I like the presentation of it. I think it's a great story conceit.
Stop
I
being
think
a
that
wuss.
anyone who could dislike Metal Gear Solid 5 is simply a liar. Metal Gear Solid 5 is a masterpiece.
They're not getting it because you're not the guy. The
He
biggest
didn't jump.
complaint
Dude,
is
I
that
was
I'm
telling
not
you
the
to fucking
guy.
jump, he
then.
wouldn't do it.
But that's
What
the
was that
point is
about?
that you're not the guy.
That was the
You just
first time
think
the
you're
controls
guy.
were responsive.
It's basically a way
Controls
for
would
the
be
game
really
to tell
good
you
up to
you
now.
can't actually be the myth. You
No.
can only be an imitation.
You are the
Pizza
player.
caffeine, I have to
That
grab a
is
soda
that is Kojima
after,
saying you are
this
only the player. You cannot
portion of the
actually be.
gameplay.
You can't. You ain't him. Is basically
Bombs
what that
away.
game,
Which
that
I love.
game says.
I have a Big Boss
He throws
stand-in
himself half
in my
he's
store.
like,
Okay.
"Fucking take
I have a
this
character
Cool.
shit."
functionally Big Boss. And he runs the mercenary faction.
Like a sack of
Oh, of
potatoes,
course.
just fucking
And
toss it.
he
Oh man, this is gonna
Gouter
kinda
be
heaven.
like-
something.
I gotcha.
Big Boss without all the baggage.
I knew it.
Okay.
So he can just do endless war forever. You know.
How do I get across here?
Take out
how do
the
I get
mentor
across
master
here?
trauma, and I
Yeah.
guess you have your version of Big
What
Boss.
the fuck, dude?
What the fuck?
I'm pretty
Hello?
confused right now.
Mr. Brunel?
Oh, it was a way across the whole time, and I didn't realize it. All right.
Oh, there's a way across the whole time.
I should be more observant.
Oh,
Oh, God.
After I killed those guys. Oh well.
I love the. I kind of like his belches.
Oh, well.
This was prime day drinking DSP, and it was very obvious.
Anyone notice how
It's
the
something
pattern
that
on the
DSP was
helmet's
right about
moving?
and I
That's
was
pretty
wrong
cool.
about. Is that for the longest time when I was restreaming Phil, I talked about how his
Look at their
belching was
ass
so
when I went to do a
undignified.
fucking
He was
lip
right.
bump.
It's your stream. You should be able to belch right into the mic.
It's fun, dude. Plenty of streamers belch
Sure you really
right
care
into
about
the
me when you
mic,
keep
and
calling
they
me
just
fucking
fucking own it.
monkey,
I've
bitch.
seen streamers do that.
Unbelievable.
But you gotta make it funny. You gotta make it funny.
Or
And
for
his
that ass,
belching
those
used to
tits.
like it's
That sucks
disgusting,
shit
but
up.
it used to be funny. I'm
Poor
gonna
Max.
go out on a limb. Because it was accompanied by this like weird drunken gameplay.
Yeah, it just, he'd always throw in this satisfying grunt afterwards.
Yeah. It's like if you've ever seen a baby or a
Stop fucking
toddler be
dying.
burped. Like your parents patting a baby on the back, whatever, the baby burps, and it's just like right
Sure, it
after.
won't die.
Like, oh, I'm glad that one's out.
That's good.
Yeah, there's just something like a little wholesome in that satisfaction. You know?
Oh my gosh, you almost
Yeah.
killed me.
Dare I say it humanized him just a little bit. Just a
I'd say
little
so.
bit.
This is gonna get
Because we've all been there. We've
Many
all
of
been
his
there.
rants, I completely, I 100% agree with
so weird,
certain
dude. That was a
gameplay
game
things.
bug.
Oh, really? Like
He was
like
supposed
what?
to jump, and when I tried to jump, he
specifically?
fell through an
Okay,
invisible
the
floor
thing
and
that's
died.
probably the most DSP cringe complaint that I 100% unironically agree with is when he's having a conniption fit about Street Fighter
Jump!
and
won't
saying
jump
that the
there.
internet has ruined the
hell?
game because now everyone can just look up
He falls through the fucking
guides on
ground.
how to
Why
play a
isn't he jumping
character and
now?
all
This
this,
is
and it
weird.
ruins everything. I
Something
kind of
I'm
agree
not
with
doing
him.
right. I'm supposed to jump
Because I
over
had the
that
same-
part.
Interesting.
I had the same feeling towards Magic the Gathering. I feel like in
Oh,
Magic
okay.
the Gathering was more fun the less connected we were via
I'm
internet.
trying, dude. I can't do anything. I tried
It
to
was-
I
get
mean,
it. It wouldn't
you
do
have a
nothing.
different
What the fuck's going
equivalent
on? He
experience.
just like
to him.
stumbles around like
So
an asshole.
that's actually very understandable that you would agree on that, given your own personal context, and that's perfectly fine.
However, the difference being is that DSP and I have
Oh, I got
completely
you.
different
Bring him
math on
over.
the equation. His math sucks.
Okay.
And it is because
Grab
he
hold.
clearly
What
just
are you
wants to be able to
talking
curb
about?
stomp
I
these
can't even
dudes.
get
He
next to
wants
the
to
Oh,
be
yeah.
How am I supposed
weaker
to
than
grab
they are.
hold?
That's why whenever a new character is released, he jumps in there
Okay.
first day, like pub
Did we
stomps
forget to
basically, and
test
then he's out.
something? Game developers?
Meanwhile, I have a problem with it because I think that I want people to be cooler than him. He wants people to be weaker. I want people to be cooler.
What the fuck?
Run weird decks. Run kind of goofy jank shit.
The
Let's
funny
play
thing is he's supposed
goofy
to fall
jank
too, and
decks
he
against
doesn't.
each
He just
other.
like hits an
You
invisible
want to
ground and
have you
dies.
want to have
This is
the
excellent. I've done it
surprising,
1,000 times.
unexpected fight.
Yes.
That's you want people to play against the online meta.
Yes.
I guess is kind of what you're going with.
Yeah.
But you want that
Look,
for a
I can't
different
move.
reason
Yeah,
than
I was holding
DSP.
up.
Yes.
I swear to God, I was
Okay.
holding up like this.
Yeah, 'cause
and
otherwise
so
you could just go online and look up
you
like
agree
that.
with him,
Stance
but
there.
but your motives are diametrically opposed.
Yes.
Then.
I don't think
Okay,
they tested this
because
fire.
you want a more profound and challenging experience. He just wants to stomp you.
Yes. I want
like
people
it.
to all be kind of
They
weirdly
don't let me
creative at
jump
their
over to the
deck
car.
building. Oh, I have
Yeah.
a
What the
weird
fuck am I
theme
supposed
to
to do here? I can't jump to the car.
You want people to bend rules in very interesting ways.
Yeah.
That's-
This is
Yeah.
retarded.
You get it. You get it.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
So here's how I picture you in my story.
Sure.
I see you as kind of like, okay, you got kind of a flight suit on, but you've got this over jacket
I
on.
like
you.
right 10
Oh
did.
yeah, like
And,
a like a flight suit with like a
Whoa.
World War II bomber jacket.
Essentially, yeah.
Yep.
And you rock the helmet, and you've got one of those quick snap helmets, and it's just a ring, but the second it senses a loss of atmosphere
Yeah.
pressure, it snaps.
Yep.
It's over
I
And
like
so,
that.
yeah, you got one of those, and you've got boots, but you went for something a little fun, and you got some steel-toed ones,
Oh, okay.
and
yeah.
the steel is on the overside, so it's like just kind of metaled up boots. Because I
Cool.
want people to have a little bit of bling on them. Someone's got something sparkly.
Got him.
Yeah, everybody kind of would
Damn.
need, 'cause
Damn, in this
when
fucking
you
head.
write characters, everybody needs kind of like a defining item or sort of clothing characteristic about them.
Yes.
So that can be
That's
very
sweet.
fun. So I have a snap helmet and steel-toed boots
Yeah.
in space. Okay, I could co-sign that. That sounds
And then
fun.
the wild card thing, where I just add my own bizarre flourish, is that, and this is to show off the sci-fi tech that exists in the world. There are these things called hair frames, where if you have long ass hair, you put it inside your hair, and the frames can just move to coordinated program positions, and you just have that
How
hairstyle.
big is your
Oh
schlong?
wow, I love that.
You know,
Like a hairband that styles your
Yes.
hair.
Oh, that's one big banana.
man.
and the thing
really
about
like
it is that you think it's cool, and so you like usually rock a pompadour or something. And
Yeah.
yeah, but then you snap it down when it's go time, or whatever. And I just
Never
think
go to
it's
the
cool.
barber again.
Pillage
Yeah.
everyone. It's just my way.
Wow.
Break my neck.
I like making weird ass characters.
I'm
I need
upset.
to learn how to do Blender. I want
When my
to
father hears
illustrate
about
these
all you've done for
bastards.
me, I know
Yeah,
he'll
I'm
feel
jealous of
home.
people that can do like
mean, breaking
mod
me
like
in and
3D
everything?
modeling and
Taking
stuff
my
like that.
virginity?
Like you could learn
me
like
through.
it's learnable. It's just you gotta
Of
spend
course
so
it'll be
much
that
time
easy.
on it.
Follow
You
me,
know.
Monkey.
Like I've heard of friends of mine that like taught themselves Blender, and it's like, how? Where do you find the time? How?
What the hell? Ow.
I would want to do it, but I would be using up precious
My
time
fucking
doing that.
Yeah,
fence.
yeah.
Right behind you.
That's the thing. If I
Oh, he's dead.
If I could be unemployed for a while, dude, if I could be
Dead.
unemployed
Hell's
for a
this?
while, but also still financially comfortable, which are mutually exclusive,
Come here,
Yeah.
face. We're all
I would
dead. We're
learn
all
so
dead.
much shit.
Repeat,
Oh
we're
my
all
god.
dead.
I'd be at the library all day, every day, just reading books, learning shit.
No.
And actually, I was unemployed
now.
about 10, 12 years
Look at that
ago
view. He's
for
looking straight
a
up
few
at
months,
Cooch.
and that's exactly what I did. I spent every single day at the library just reading
fucking
books,
toasted.
reading books, doing research.
Delicious.
It wasn't a good time because I wasted like all my savings when I was unemployed from that job at the time. But man, I learned a lot of shit. I read a lot of cool books. So
Getting gangbanged by Raiders.
Oh God, Phil.
what, Philip? What?
Oh shit, excuse me. There's some regular over there.
That burp. Oh my god. You know, I did. There's one type of DSP burp that I actually used to think was funny. Then he started doing it like too much. Where in this era you can kind of hear it, where he'd do like a massive belch and he'd go, "Oh my god, that was disgusting."
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. But then he kept doing it for years and years, and then it wore out its welcome.
He should have mixed it up. That's kind of what I try to do every time I belch.
Yeah.
I try and do something a little different.
Yes.
My personal favorite is whenever I belch, just to say, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Oh my god.
I do like game streaming. I think if I was unemployed, that's what I would do. Is I would do gameplay streams, and I would actually try and like promote myself. I'd try and show myself like, no, actually come watch this goofy dumbass play games.
Actually, I'm very creative, and I'm looking for work.
Yeah. I would like to do more writing. I'd like to be able to just.
Can I hit it with
I
the
don't
stun
know.
gun, or I need to use a
I
regular?
want to have like a rent a pool and just right by the pool. Straight by.
I'm telling you,
That sucked. I
U.S.
don't wanna
Congress,
waste
if
it,
you're
but I had
listening,
to.
universal basic income, get it going.
Oh,
if people,
yeah.
if people
Shit, where
could
do I go now?
comfortably detach themselves from their employer for like their health benefits, people would be happier.
Dude, think about how good it would be for the economy.
Build
You
the
know
road.
how
Oh
many of
my
us want
God.
to just spend some money on something kind of cool, but we all have to spend it on necessities? Like, I want to buy a grill. That puts some people.
Yeah, you've
at
been
work.
talking about your grill for
What's in the
a
closet?
while.
I've
Yeah.
made my peace with it. My character has now gained a grill in my story, and that's part of the charm.
Okay,
He got
so
his teeth knocked out.
you'll live vicariously.
Yeah, I'll live
through the
vicariously. My
character
character's
No
got the grill.
idea.
Uh-huh.
Jumped across here.
But I was thinking about
That's
like, getting a
probably
chain.
more. That's probably more sensible.
I'm like
Actually.
stuck.
Although you did say that
Oh.
didn't you mentioned a while
Stupid.
ago you and your wife came to
Had to
some
go
kind of
back down.
compromise on the grill.
Now is the time.
Well, she was basically saying, think about it for a long time, and what do you want? We'll go with it. And so I did think about it for a long time. I thought, nah, actually, it's really dumb. I don't need to be buying metal
But
for my
man, what
teeth.
what a solid wife!
my
If she was
God.
like, all right, think about your stupid thing. Make sure you're sure, and then you can do it.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
because she asked a very important question, and she asked, where would you wear it?
Oh yeah,
And I
that's the
thought
most
about it for a second. I thought, man, I really don't go that many places, so it would just be an around the house grill.
See, so she sensibly like talked
Yeah.
you out of it.
That's why I
So
like her.
you
She's
wear
the
it on
brains of the
stream.
operation.
You'd wear it on stream maybe once a week. And
Yeah.
That's it. So is it really worth the money? Probably not.
No, but then it got me thinking, can I get a chain? Because chains are cool.
Oh, well,
Keep it
chains
hard,
are cool.
take it.
Chains
Yeah.
are cool.
And, like, if we had universal basic income, I could just buy a chain. And what have I
least
done
they all
there?
die
I
painful
made some
deaths.
small business money, and
That's right.
has
You,
reverberating
we'd
effects.
be stimulating
Yeah,
the
rest assured
economy
that they were
every
all
month.
tortured slowly.
Every month. Come on.
Destroyed everything.
Burning alive is one of the most painful.
I'm
ways
gonna
you
get
could
called a
die.
commie by whoever's listening to this stream, but I have always been a UBI guy from day one. Why
I
not?
mean, it seems like it makes good sense on a
Access.
math level. I don't know.
I'm not saying people shouldn't work. I'm just saying
Access
why
to the
not
back
give a
door
little
branding.
extra money to the
Get the
people who
loot.
are also still working.
Yeah, because the reality is, you say, yeah, you've got people living off this thing, and they're
I'll use the dragon's
scamming
blood.
and
the
some
system.
people will, sure.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you lift the tide up for
Nice
everyone,
ass shot
well,
right
okay,
there.
they're still scamming a bunch of people
got
and being
holes in her
stupid.
pants, too,
But you
around
can
her
buy
ass.
that painting you thought about getting, or
Yeah.
something like that. You know,
Or I don't know,
Monkeys
maybe
also
just
love
put
to
all
fuck.
of that UBI towards your retirement fund.
Duffel hot
Like
monkey love.
people are gonna find stupid stuff to do with it and productive stuff to
Yeah.
do with it. Like it's not.
Why won't he jump down? There's
Let
nothing
them
there.
make that decision.
Fucking retard.
You know.
because let me put it this way: think about the most
Shit. Oh, there's one on
disgusting
the other side. There's
behavior
another
you
tower
could
on the
think
other
of
side.
for someone like that.
Is that what it is?
Like just living off of that.
Check that out.
But then I would think about something like, well, but I would almost trade that for just getting one thing that I want. You know, it's like, give me a painting. I want to buy a
There
painting.
is.
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And that's the bummer part of it. So,
Or
yeah, I
like
would-
honestly, like I would
way.
go. I'd go to more concerts and
Yeah.
stuff
Can't
like
get
that
down
if we
because that
had.
thing's in my way. Are you kidding
If
me?
we just had that, like I do like more cultural
the
shit is
fuck?
expensive.
I'd
It's
fund
very
the arts.
easy.
Hold on,
It's very
I'm
easy
still
to sit at home and do nothing because that doesn't cost any more money. But going to like an art museum or traveling to a city where an art museum is, that
There is
costs
one on the
fucking
other
money.
side.
You know.
But I can't get to it.
I think it's
I
just
I
trash.
went
Look, it's
to
there. How do I find- can I
earlier
climb
this
that
year.
one?
My girlfriend and I went to the Boston
Must be
Symphony
able to. There's
Orchestra.
stuff
They were
on it.
playing.
Uh,
They were playing the music of Death
What the
Stranding.
fuck?
It was
I don't wanna do
fantastic.
that.
Oh, I bet that
Fantastic.
ruled.
I wanna go
The
down. I
the
wanna go
composer
down.
was there. The composer of the Death Stranding music was there. A video message from Kojima. It fucking ruled. And
Dude,
I
that's
told my
dope.
girlfriend, I was like, I want to do more stuff like this, but it's so
can't jump
so
down. Why
expensive
not?
to do
Yes.
shit like this. She's like, yeah, I know, and we just don't have time. Like we're both, full time employed, but it's like, man. I almost feel like again we're getting into like our like left leanings here, Len, but fuck it, I don't care.
What
I
the
almost
fuck?
feel
Am I
like
supposed to
I almost
ride
feel
one
like
of
a
them over to the
government
red building
mandated
and jump
culture
off? I thought
day
it said you can't
for
jump when
every
it's in motion.
citizen once
Oh, wait a
per
minute,
month
I know
would
what
be
to do.
awesome. If the government was like, all right, you're gonna do some cultural shit today, go do it.
Yeah, just figured it out.
That would be
All right.
awesome.
I think it's kind of like a civic duty
Little mini
to
puzzle here.
to give art to the world
Yes.
and give people
So I gotta jump
people
onto the one I
a chance to
can't jump
monetize
onto.
their skills and whatnot. And for example, if I had universal basic income, I think the thing I would spend my money on is I would be
Right.
contracting artists left and right.
oh
I'd
yeah.
be doing, hey,
Right.
you on Fiverr, you do emblems. Give me emblems in my faction so I can put them on my books and shit.
There we
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing.
Uh-huh.
Be like, oh, you're a 3D modeler. Make up this character. I'm kind of thinking this. Make it up for me.
I'm
Like
the
I'd be
builder.
I'd be
Now I'm building
financing
to move it.
artists. Oh, get these dudes some work.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, in a video at the concert we went to, a video
There we go.
from Kojima played, and exactly what he said was,
Figured
I
it out.
designed this concert because I want gamers to leave their houses and go to concerts. And I was like, you know what? That's fucking brilliant. Kojima knows what's up. Kojima is trying to save art and culture right there by doing that.
Yes. Destroy those defenses. We don't need them.
Because a lot of art and culture is like inaccessible to the average person.
Yep.
Whether it be financial constraints or some people just don't have time. Like some people just don't have time to see a show, or even movies at this point. Like movies are so expensive to go to in a lot of cases. And movies suck. A lot of movies suck these days.
I think what could save theaters, weirdly enough, is theater booths. Give them some sort of holographic projection around them that makes them think they're in a theater, and then they can pick whatever movie they want.
Oh, like a photo booth, but like so it's just like a single seat or maybe 2 or 3 seats so that you can have like I don't know your wife and maybe like a couple friends.
Yeah.
You'd have like a little booth, and it's like, all right, we're gonna watch a Gundam movie today.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
I think that'd be sick. That's the way to save theaters.
That'd be
I'd go
fun.
with that.
Replace all the photo booths with that, and then do that.
But then that sucks because copyright exists. Copyright is probably my biggest opinion that I have.
There's the
I think that
counter.
copyright is borderline satanic. Because it limits the human spirit. Because I would love to just be able to stream Gundam to people. Okay, yeah.
All
You
right,
want to
you
just
blew
watch a show? Oh no, that's property island. That's bad for business. What are you talking about? If people love your shit, they're gonna buy the
shit.
DVDs.
So you mean like streaming it to a friend in a Discord call is
Yeah.
not enough? You'd want to do like a live stream on YouTube.
Yeah, I want to be on YouTube watching Gundam.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, come on.
And I
Beat the
think,
living
dude, how
shit
can you
out of
hate
him
me
and
for
he's
that?
still
That's
fucking
free
fine.
advertising,
Whatever.
man.
This
Yeah,
guy's
I
pissing
mean,
me off.
but so Lucas has kind of interestingly contradictory
Where's my fucking health?
stances
Hold
on
on.
copyright. On the one hand, he said when he controlled Star Wars, he said, "I want fans. I give the fans permission to make as many fan fictions, as many films as they want. They can profit off these films. I don't care. But at the same time, he was very militant about protecting the film rights of Star Wars, at least until he sold them.
Block this,
Because he
cocksucker.
said, I am very stringent about making
There
sure
we go.
people are not
Fuck them.
rebroadcasting the films, redistributing them, because films have to make money. In order, like he said, I love art. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but art worth making
All
ought
right,
Yeah.
to make money.
That's
It's
a
kind of
reasonable
the
that's a reasonable
paradox.
expectation. I
Yes.
think that definitely like fan projects should be 100% protected.
Absolutely, and arguably,
That's it, that's all
fan
there is.
projects
Are
are
you
fair
serious?
use. Like they just are.
That's
you
not
know?
enough to kill it.
I got really disappointed when
5?
they blinked about Bloodborne
They
Kart.
didn't give me enough
Because the
stuff
whole
to
time they were
kill
doing
the thing.
Bloodborne Kart, they were saying it's going to be full on. We're going to use the Bloodborne character. What are they going to do? Sue us? We're going to use them. We're going to use them. And they got pretty far. The game was nearly done.
Yeah.
And then they said, all right, we decided to change it. It's now Nightmare Kart. We've made up different models and whatnot. I thought,
They
losers.
probably got a cease and desist somewhere
All right,
along
well,
the
fuck
line.
it.
Yeah, then don't play them.
Yeah. Or what? How a lot of those type of projects are getting around it is they're just making it a conversion mod for a game that already exists. Where they're like, oh, this is the Bloodborne cart mod for Assetto Corsa. Install this, buy Assetto Corsa, install this mod, and you've got Bloodborne cart.
Yeah,
So
mods are completely protected.
I think
you
it's
can
stand up
kind
for
of
one fucking
sidestep a
hind
lot of
leg
it
or
with like a total conversion
one
mod,
hind
but
leg.
still.
All right,
Yeah, because that's
it's
something
fun.
else I would hire a coder to do.
Teach the
I'd
fuck
say,
out,
okay,
son.
you guys who are modding this version of, what is it? Fallout and Hearts Iron 4,
Oh,
I'm paying all you guys to make a new Gihren's Greed. To make a new Gihren's Greed. And when they try and sue us, we'll change the assets at the last second.
okay.
Finance the games you want.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, that's great.
Because I think Gihren's Greed is probably one of the greatest video game series of all time.
Let's just meld
You
ourselves
would,
into the concrete.
you would almost certainly finance a new Tenchu.
That's exactly
Yes,
what happened.
100%.
The fucking
Yes.
concrete it made no
I would
sense.
definitely be a part of that.
We'd have a Tenchu on PC and PS5 right now.
And I have an idea for one. You guys can steal the idea if it makes it happen.
How are you gonna do that?
Do the Hitman game for attention.
I have tits.
Oh
man.
my, yeah, oh my god. Let the Hitman people
She
make a
has a
Tenchu.
coochie,
They'd be
dumbass.
great at it.
And I can almost see the treatment right now, because in the first couple ones, they make Rikimaru kind of the big cheese. He's the most important
So
character.
you-
Well, he
you
has
use
his
the
partner,
cloud, the mines
Yame,
really aren't a
who kind of
problem.
doesn't get as much light. But then it could be something like,
Oh,
she
come
is
on, man,
a
whatever.
master at social
hard to
ninjutsu.
control.
So that explains
Yes.
why it is you're getting costumes
was
and outfits and
excellent.
shit.
She is blending socially. Yes.
Yes.
Fucking cloud.
That
It's so
kind of
hard
stuff.
to control. It goes all over the place.
And,
All right. The game
I
said
think
not
that'd
to
be
give me
cool.
any
'Cause
checkpoints.
then
so
I can
do all that
imagine
over again.
you as a
I'm
ninja, you
thrilled.
would have to look for weapons that you could stab someone with and hide real quick or something like that.
That would
I
be
jumped, but
interesting.
okay.
That would be
Instant death.
interesting co-op
Yes.
potentially as well. That's the thing. You could have one character like, oh, I'm gonna chat this guy up, distract him, so you can
Shit.
sneak
Oh,
by
come on,
these
see what I
guys,
mean?
climb
You
up
lose
onto the
control
roof,
of it. It just does
and
what
then
it
do a
wants.
whole
I
bunch
didn't
of
tell
bad
it to
shit
go
when
that
you're
way.
up there.
It just fucking went crazy.
Yeah, like move a gargoyle aside or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. What's your dream game?
Oh man.
Or
If you do
I
that,
guess
you
a
jump
dream
by
sequel
himself.
continuation would be.
I
A
activated it. It's
dream
gonna stand still. No,
sequel
he jumps.
continuation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of games that I really liked that either got stuck on a console somewhere and never got a sequel.
Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it down.
I'm
Well,
trying to
in
think.
there jumping, whatever.
That's a tough question because I have a
What
few
the
of them.
fuck ever.
There was a
That's so
game on the
stupid.
PS2 called The
Let's do
Getaway,
speed boosts that push
which
you
was
into
which was
fucking
like
mines that you
London
can't avoid,
crime
okay.
game, very much like a movie.
play
It was
Battletoads?
kind of like it was the predecessor to LA Noire. That studio went on to make LA Noire, which is a game that I really like. I like detective stories. I would want the
What the
Getaway
fuck is this guy?
games to continue. There was supposed to be a
Slowly we
like
turn.
Getaway follow-up on PS3 that never came to be. I would want the Getaway to continue. And I know there's another one too
Don't touch
that
a sweaty
just kind of like faltered and got stuck somewhere. But what would your I guess your
actually want
one of
his
your
fucking
dream
shoulder.
sequels or continuations would
Oh
obviously
my
be
god,
Tenchu.
he's got a fucking belt buckle. That
But are
fucking
there
makes
any
lips
others you could
shit.
think of?
Well, Gurren's Greed definitely, because Gurren's Greed we
Fucking women's
had
lips
at
belt buckle, that's
PlayStation 2,
amazing.
and so that's
Damn, he's a
what
fast
3
mover for a fat
generations
guy.
of consoles. That's how many
You better beat him
anime
anyway.
has been made, and a lot of that's UC. So you could add
Okay.
that stuff into the new game. And I kind of wanted it to be made by Paradox Games because I want the problem with Gurren's Greed is that it was too simple. We have to make
Okay.
it alt history. Okay, do we invest in more mobile armors? Do we
Hmm.
build ships that are smaller and lighter that can engage these mobile suits and stuff like that?
Get him waddling around.
You know,
He can't even run.
it-
He's jiggling
tech
all over
tree
the
it.
place. It's disgusting.
And make basically the reality
Jiggle,
that we
jiggle,
know
jiggle,
just
jiggle,
one path
jiggle,
on the
jiggle,
tech tree.
jiggle.
And I think that'd be cool.
That would be interesting. I think you know what? This is going to be like a
Everything's
very
green.
basic take, but we've been talking a lot
shit.
about
Didn't
Gundam
get my
tonight, so I'm
accident.
thinking
Damn
about
it.
it. Just straight up
Oh, man, what the
remakes
fuck?
of like the first couple Gundam games that came out on the PS2.
shit.
Those were great games, and I think they should be brought back and like modernized. I think they would be very fun. A couple of years ago,
go.
I would have
That's how I did
said an Armored Core 6, but we eventually got that.
Back over there now, though.
So
I'll go in Armored Core and say I wish we got
Shit.
another Armored Core 4. Because we got 4 and then 4 Answer, and then we got Armored Core 5. And Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer were the best Armored
yeah,
Cores.
you have evangelized
Can't
Armored
go
Core
up.
4 to me for years.
Yes.
I never had an opportunity to play it, but it's been actual years now. You've been saying you should find a way to play that game.
4 Answer gameplay. Let's just go there. So it's the fastest. This also part of me deciding on my tech tree was saying, okay, well, this is as fast as my mechs can go. So these are my mechs at max speed.
Oh yeah, that's zippy. That's pretty
Yeah.
fast. Wow.
And the trade-off is that they're not that strong. So they're
Because you
good.
could get going pretty fast in Armored Core 6 with some of the cores, and just if you went reverse joints and you made yourself light and nimble, but it wasn't this.
No. And this was my friend and I would play this all the time after school, and we
looks
just played
cool.
multiplayer
It
with
looks
each other.
dope. What's your ideal Armored Core configuration? Because I have one that I love, that I leaned into for like the entirety of Armored Core 6, but I'm
Can't climb
curious,
this pipe.
what is your go-to configuration?
Okay. Well, it's kind of mutated over the years, but it is 2 rifles,
Going down the ground level, eh?
Okay.
and the lighter rifle is on the left hand, and it is because it can quickly switch out to a melee, like a sword or something.
Okay.
And it is done in such a way that it is indeed fast. It has multiple little sub arms that pick up the sword and move it into position to the other main arm.
Yep. I've seen that.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what my mech thing would be. I figured that would pretty much use up all my left weight. So then on my right, I don't know. I always kind of not really feeling missile launchers. I don't really feel a
There
lot of
we
missile
go.
launchers. So I'm always
You
just
know,
thinking some sort of like chaff weapon or something. to knock
Missile
missiles out.
launchers
Wait,
are
man, this ain't the
good,
right
but
way.
I'm
Fuck.
more of like a close range guy. Like in
I ran
Armored
the
Core
wrong way.
6, I almost exclusively for a lot of the game, I had reverse joints
All
for
right, I'll
legs
say it again.
because
There we
it's just
go.
cool to move fast. I mean, you
Said it
can't take
prematurely.
a lot of damage when you use like a lighter chassis with reverse joints, but I would do
shut
that
up.
with
Here we
double
go.
shotguns, and I would just get right up in the enemy's
What the
grill
fuck?
and just pull the trigger on both
I'm
shotguns and
holding
they'd be
left,
dead.
and he's just
the
going
majority
crazy.
of the time.
That's
What
cool.
is he doing?
Very
Dual
fun way to
shotguns
play.
is fun.
Yeah.
There we go.
You also seem like a very potentially melee guy. You seem like you're a melee
Yeah.
mech. Okay.
The thing is that that's when we have technology sufficient enough that I can have energy weapons.
Switching sides.
My energy weapons have no visual profile. So it's like
Oh.
concentrated heat beam that just melts immediately through your suit.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
So you wouldn't see like
I missed.
like
Oh,
a
whatever.
sword, like in Gundam. You wouldn't have the beam sword. It
Yeah.
would just be heat. Like I'm shooting microwaves at you with my sword. Basically.
Yes.
Okay. That's
And
interesting.
you know, I sci-fi it
That
up with
seems
like
scarier.
okay,
That seems
class-
scarier than a laser
All right.
sword.
Flip over this
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm trying. I try and maximize a lot with my squares and my art because it's like, well, no one's telling me I have to be balanced. Shit can be super rad.
No,
Someone
it's
left?
it's your world. You make the rules.
Oh my god, I can't stop it.
I kind of have a weird
to stop it.
feeling of
What the fuck?
I have a sci-fi that I consider incorrect, and that is Warhammer. I find Warhammer incorrect
Okay, explain. Why is Warhammer incorrect?
because it goes nowhere. It has no narrative potential.
I would actually kind of agree with that. As someone who's gotten
couldn't
into
fucking hit him. That was
Warhammer
gay
in
as hell.
recent times, it just
That wasn't
seems
my
like the
fault.
lore is so dense, so many hands have touched it,
One of these flashes.
that it's just kind of like, yeah, everything is
In the
always the
yard.
grimmest
There's an apple
way
tree.
forward possible.
Who gives a
Everything
fuck?
sucks for everyone
He's like, it
involved
would help if
except
they
the
would like
richest
kind of explain
people.
what's going on, but
And
no one, like, why would you
that
care
does
about
seem
these
kind of
flashes? It made no
stale
fucking sense.
in a lot of contexts.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's nothing to save the Imperium from. Arguably, the Imperium is its own problem. You know what I mean? Like, things are so shit, what are we even fighting for? Whereas, like, mecha shit is fun. You know?
Yeah. I like texture. I think texture is cool.
Yeah.
God damn slow motion. All right, go to the next one, you asshole.
Okay, what is your altogether ideal mech? That's a look at
Or don't.
Altogether
What the hell?
ideal
Throw one.
mech. Well, it'd be a mech that could
There we
also
go.
fly in space, obviously. I would
What?
want my mech to
Okay,
punch
that
people.
makes sense.
I like punchy mechs, like Power Rangers Megazord style or Pacific Rim style.
This is fucking bullshit.
I would want like a giant Rock'em Sock'em
Whatever.
robot that also flies in space, but also from longer range has shoulder-mounted missile launchers. That sounds fun to me. There was a mecha game for PS2, maybe you know it, called Robot
Trying to roll
Alchemic
towards it,
Drive.
what the
Did
fuck?
you ever see it?
I have never saw it until you brought it up, and I've got an emulation for it. I've been waiting to play it.
You'll like.
it
It's
early.
weird. It's weird and it's janky,
Cloud's been
but it's a
activated now.
PS2 game. I loved it.
Okay.
I rented it a bunch. Never found an actual copy outside because it was kind of. I don't think there were a lot of copies of it.
No,
'cause I
it's
could
pretty
only
rare. It's
find it at
expensive.
Blockbuster. I could only rent it. So I just
hell's that?
rented
Holy
it a bunch
shit.
of times over the years from like my local Blockbuster. But I fucking loved it and I never found a copy. I guess emulation is the answer. Maybe I should get an ISO file from my legitimately
There we go.
dumped PS2 collection. Wink, wink, and play it.
You should.
With that
take
PSX.
it.
I'm thinking about
You
playing.
get the
I'm gonna
burner.
play some.
I really liked it because, like, you're not in the mech. You're controlling it from the sidelines, but you can also stand on top of the mech while you control it.
Oh shit! All right.
It's cool as shit. And there's one that's like a tank. There's one that's like a legitimate bipedal mech, and then there's one that flies. So you can have like different flavors of mechs, and it's really cool.
That sounds fun.
Oh, he went right into it and it didn't blow up.
And there are 3 different protagonists. They have 3 different mechs, and they all play very, very differently. Very interestingly put together.
There we go.
So what's the armor and mobility look like on your mech? Is it
I would
swift,
say,
swift
I would
movement?
say light armor
Come here, big boy.
on everything but the fists. I would want my mech to be an actual doctor. I would want it to have like massive arm guards, massive, basically
last
metal
one.
weights on its hands, essentially, so it could put its dukes up and block, but also hit people. And then everything else
Cool.
would be like pretty lightly armored. I would go with the Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay build.
Where
To
she
be
gets herself
honest.
into all kinds of fucking trouble.
My mech would basically be a Rock'em Sock'em robot.
I'm slipping. Oh shit! I fucked up. I'm done.
Oh my god, I fucked up.
That's good. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to use for you.
Cool.
What the hell happened there?
He's like a grandpa playing a video game every time he plays
Okay,
a video
I'm
game
completely
because he's always
confused.
going
What
like,
just
"Oh, what the
happened?
hell's going on?"
I fell off a cliff, which should have killed me.
It's like if I
Instead, it
sound.
went to
It's
a
like if I
cutscene.
handed my grandpa a
What the hell
PS5
was that?
controller.
Alright, I failed.
Hey, Pixie, you absolutely
Yeah,
sure that the Leviathan
he often
is
gives
here?
off drunk uncle vibes.
It's here.
Yeah, drunk Uncle Phil.
Leviathan?
Yeah.
It's Leviathan, you idiot.
It's here.
You could pronounce it Leviathan if you want. Stop being uppity, Phil.
Yeah, I've altered the pronunciation for the sake of.
You gotta
clean
wonder about these
leadership.
voice actors
Yes.
sometimes. They don't even know how to pronounce basic words.
I don't know how do you.
That
What's
is
that
a
game
giant
you play
fucking
with the putter? What's that called, Phil?
Gal.
Golf. Yes.
Gal. And he says that like
this-
if
that
you
is a
watch
dam.
that video DSP
We're at
A
a
Life
dam,
on
and that
Live,
flashback was of a
great
dam.
video.
Huh.
But he says, "No, I have never played Golf." And that's exactly how he says it.
The
Golf.
fatty die. Come on, man.
Dolphin,
He also pronounced
Oh,
Borderlands as Borderlands.
which I like. I like that. I kind of like that. I was calling it that for a while.
That is a funny pronunciation. But I think a lot of detractors, we correct each other on it. Like if we say Borderlands, because I've been on calls with people where they're like, "Oh yeah, I like Borderlands." I'm like, excuse me, you mean
Oh,
Borderlands?
shut the fuck
Because
up.
it is fun to say that way. Some of his pronunciations are legitimately funny. I'll come to the middle with you on that. for sure.
What the hell's going on?
Phil got his ass whooped.
Where do you see
LMAO.
DSP in a year?
Good question. Because if you told me in 2024,
This is bullshit.
if you told me in like February of 2024, we'd have an insane resurgence arc featuring the Kino Casino by August, I would not fucking believe you.
Fucking
So,
ridiculous.
I mean, anything is possible. I would say
Shut the fuck
I
up.
would say-
So annoying. Oh my god, look at this. You can't block anything.
that is a good question. I almost want to say that he would actually go to like an
Hey, never
OnlyFans
mind.
style model at some point where it's like, all right, you want to see, you're paying, and he'll just paywall absolutely everything. He'll make everything members only, and he'll make his membership like $10
Fuck
a
out of
month.
my
You know,
face.
that'll be non-negotiable. Because he's
Ah,
already
finally,
hyped
holy
in
shit.
mid-August for when they supposedly are going to fix the membership VPN pricing. So I see it potentially going that way.
Where's the fucking thing to press? Here it is.
Where do you see DSP in a year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot in 2
I
minutes.
almost see this dude having a straight up stroke or something on
It is
the
switched
screen.
on.
Oh, you think we're gonna have some kind of medical arc?
Yeah, because
Probably.
this guy's been stressed and all over the place. He's grappling with addiction all over again. He's addicted
He's
to
getting
these
skinny.
cards.
Calorie deficit,
Yep.
a self-admitted calorie deficit. Because what some smarter fitness individuals than me, because I don't know a thing about fitness.
Wasn't
but
paying attention.
What some smarter fitness
I really
individuals than me, like Broside Phil, have said, is
Right.
that he claims to simultaneously be running at a calorie
man, this
deficit
thing is
and
flames
trying to
coming out
build
of it.
muscle, and you can't do both of those at the same time. That's
Oops.
very
I guess
dangerous.
I didn't wait long
So,
enough. I
if
should've waited
true,
to see its pattern.
he's doing something very bad. And there's recent pictures of him where he looks like a husk, looks like a skeleton. So I actually think you might be right. A medical arc is very likely.
Oh man.
If not, it could already be in progress. We just don't know
How the
about
hell
it.
did a game with all this disgusting sex innuendo get a rating of T for teen? That's what I
This
want to know.
dude though,
I'll get this
he's
door
definitely
open.
pigeonholed himself really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
I mean,
Oh.
life,
See? That was kind of a funny burp right there. That's kind of funny. He burps again and goes, oh, Jesus. That's funny. Yeah, he has pigeonholed himself because he can't say goals. Not really, but he has
guess
to
I
beg.
should've looked
And he
before
has
I
to
left.
beg more than ever, by the
Oops.
way. And he's monetized his addiction again.
Huh,
and that can only lead to more.
No,
Nothing good.
I am glad that the clown shit like this is gone. I hated the laugh.
Yeah.
That laugh made me hurt.
Oh yeah, like he'd jump over a gap, or he'd like jump off of a ledge to do a parachute thing in the game, and he'd be like,
Yes.
Where do I go now?
I'm pretty sure there's a character. It's either a Looney Tunes or a like Hanna-Barbera character. Maybe you'll know when I say it. But there's a guy who gets blown up and goes like, oh, like as he gets blown up. And I like,
this
forgot
way.
who it is.
Aha.
I want to say it's
I know who it
Hanna-Barbera.
might be.
Somebody.
It might be Courage the Cowardly Dog you're thinking of.
Oh, it is. It is Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is Hanna-Barbera adjacent. kind
Yes.
of.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
attacking the other one.
Yeah, that is absolutely Courage. Because Courage is getting blown up and like launched into the sky constantly, and he makes that noise. He does that weird laugh.
I need to rewatch
Supposed to be on
Courage the Cowardly
both
Dog.
sides at
From
once.
what I
Oh, it's
understand,
good.
the show
Horse
really-
shit. Look,
It's
I have to
good.
go all
It's
the way to the
fan-
other
it's-
side
it
now.
fucking
What the
rules.
fuck?
It's way better, like as an adult. You get it way more as an adult.
Try the counterattack. Come on, man.
That era of Cartoon Network between like
Counterattack.
I don't know, 1996 and like maybe 2001, top tier, like peak animation. Dexter's Lab alone is like one of the best animated shows ever. Take that to my grave. I just love it. Because it's so adult while still being kid friendly, and that's what's so funny about it.
Mhm.
She turned it off.
I always like the sad episodes. I always thought that was good. I think of all the feelings I like to feel when I watch art, I like feeling sad.
Yes.
There's an
Alright,
art
bitch, see you
to it.
later.
Gundam
You
is very
figure it
sad.
out.
Metal
There's an art to
Gear is-
making
problem, not
people
mine.
feel sad when you want them to be sad too.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Courage, I like the ones where it would be something like Eustace learns that he's abusive or something like that. You know?
Why
Yes.
does he want her to turn it back on? That's stupid. Why can't he just do it of his own
There
will?
was a Rugrats episode where like a bug died, and that made me very sad as a
That was
kid.
really
And I-
dumb.
And I remember feeling like
Turn
very
it back on. I don't know if I
profoundly
can trust myself
sad that Chucky's
to
pet
do the
bug
right thing.
died.
What a fucking
And
prick.
that was I was about 2 or 3. That was
you
my
just help
first
her
memory of
out
like
of your
being
own will,
sad at a piece
asshole.
of art or like piece
That
of
made
media.
no sense.
I cried, like I bawled. My mom told me the story. My mom was like, "Yeah, when Chucky's bug died on the Rugrats, you lost it. You just you couldn't handle it." And like my mom was like, "That was the point at which I had to tell you about death when you were 3 years old." And it was a very heavy conversation.
More platforming.
Because that's
Honestly,
what
the
art
platforming in
should
this
do.
game
Like
is better
art
than
should
Prince of
teach
Persia.
kids about death
Both
and dying.
Prince of Persia
You know,
games I
that's what
played on
art is
YouTube
supposed to
better.
do.
I've only fucked up like once ever.
I think there's
What
a
is
lot
your
of things.
what is your first memory of being profoundly moved by art? I kind of just gave you mine. Actually, no, I lied. You want to know my first happy memory when it comes to art? This is really corny, but it
Look
like
at my
makes a lot
shadow.
of
Why the
sense.
fuck is my shadow
So
way the
my
fuck over
grandpa
there?
had a record
Look at
player,
that
as
weird
all
shit.
grandpas in the 90s
That's
did.
a game book if
Had
I
a
ever
record
saw one.
player.
My shadow's
And he had
disconnected
Glenn
from my body,
Miller
look.
records. And I remember the first
Nice
song
game
I
book.
ever remember hearing was a vinyl
Alright,
record
what
of
do I do
Glenn
this
Miller's
asshole?
In the Mood.
Alright, he's got some
And
weak
I
points.
loved
Cool.
that song so much as a 2-year-old. And I was like, what is this? And I just remember it making me so happy.
Oh shit. He's
So
looking
like
right at
you
me.
have my first happy memory and my first sad memory relating to art.
Got him.
Crazy.
One
I
arm
remember
down.
vividly to this day being 2, be like, what the fuck? This is music?
I remember one of the most profoundly cool moments was watching Terminator 2.
Oh yeah, I can see why.
And because my dad had me watch that,
Shit.
and he also had me. He helped me shape what was cool. He also
Well,
showed me
that
Red
was
Dawn.
very helpful.
And Red
Oh,
Dawn showed
Red
me
Dawn
Do
is
there.
tactical
Oh my god.
movements.
He says,
For
"I
you,
gotta get
for
rid of
you
the
that
he
that
says
probably
a giant
shaped
fucking
your
bullet
fucking
hits him and kills
worldview.
him.
Red
It
Dawn.
did.
Holy
Well, it
shit.
also gave me my first taste of aesthetics, like as a battle, as a sort of
Yes.
game.
That was pretty
Because I was like,
stupid.
dude, the Soviets have the coolest shit. They're all their shit was really cool. Like, I
They
was
really
actually-
did have the coolest shit.
Yeah. But the AK-47 just looked like you could club someone to death with it if necessary. I was like,
Still does.
Yeah.
Still an
Counterintuitive,
iconic
what's
rifle.
that?
Yeah.
Perform
And then it
20
also
counterattacks. Cool.
managed to transition into looking pretty sci-fi. Like the AN-93 looks like a beam rifle.
Yes.
But so yeah, and that was defined a lot of that. But I think Terminator, when he was walking down the hall
Fucking asshole.
and he drops the box of roses to reveal a shotgun.
Damn, knock
And
him into
pumps
hole.
the shotgun.
Yes,
Yeah. That is the coolest scene in like all of cinema. It's,
that's when I noticed
Oh, shut
what a
up.
ninja could be. Because I did
yeah,
not
because
expect that.
He's carrying the
items.
box of flowers the entire time,
Yeah.
and you're wondering, you're like, why is this dude carrying a box of flowers? And if you ain't seen Terminator 1, which you probably didn't at the
No,
time,
not at the time. Terminator 2 was
you're
the
like,
first.
so you have no context for who this guy who Arnold in the leather jacket is. So when that shotgun pops, you're like, oh, this is what ninjas do,
Game's
huh?
not really
Yes.
explaining what I'm
This.
supposed to do.
Immediate fight.
And he calmly says,
Where do I
"Get
go?
down."
This
That
way?
that is the coolest scene. He just calmly says, "Get down." But also the T-1000 liquid metal, also a ninja. So
Yes.
it's like two.
So I'm not supposed to do that, even though it's the only target
It's
on
like
the
two
screen, and the game
clans
doesn't tell you where to
battling.
go.
It's like that
Excellent.
entire movie, kind of.
Watch, I'm gonna have to fight
That
those
is
little
well
fucking dudes
put.
again.
I
Watch.
absolutely had to write that down. I mean, serious. I'm like, dude, that's what I
Because
should
they
have
are
said.
both
I
both
do,
ninja-like.
yeah.
I mean, the T-1000 is almost exclusively stabbing weapons. That's very ninja-like.
There was a point there where the ninja level lapsed with T-1000. And that's pretty much right after that scene where
Whatever.
now John Connor's on his dirt bike and he's starting it up.
Oh my
come
God,
on, come on!
way.
And it finally kicks off. The T-1000's hot on his heels. And at that
Running.
point,
Yeah.
the ninja solution is to start pulling pieces off you and start throwing daggers at the screen.
Oh yeah,
I need
that's
ammo.
true.
There is
And so
none.
you're a machine. Machines can be programmed to calculate for that shit. So yeah, that'd be John Connor's dead.
Hold on. They
Yeah,
can't follow me
that's
over
true.
here.
You would just, I don't know, mold a couple of shurikens and shoot them out of your wrist
Oh,
or
I guess
something.
they can.
Yeah. With some kunai. Good point. Huh. I never thought of that scene that way. That scene kind of breaks when you
Yeah.
think of
There,
it
fucking die, asshole.
in that context.
Jesus, leave me alone.
But then I guess that could be kind of like a meta narrative that Skynet isn't as creative as you would think it would be.
Well, and I think the flaw in Skynet is like they are killer robots, but they're killer robots who can't really multitask, at least not in the way humans do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe to the T-1000, it's like, okay, I'm chasing this boy. I need to get my hands.
What?
I want to get my hands on this boy and
Come
stab
on,
him.
man.
You know. That's why like a few
I'm
shotgun
gonna
blasts can
fucking
give them
nutsack.
just enough
Pissing
time to
me
get
off.
out of
Takes
there.
forever.
You know.
I am gonna finish this.
Yeah,
I
Terminator.
get it.
Gun on its tail. I'm gonna rip it off.
I think Andy Serkis could play DSP really well. I
Oh,
think
come on,
that'd be
Steve,
funny
you could have.
if we got Andy
I said
Serkis.
one fuck.
Andy Serkis in a mocap
Just blow his
suit
fucking brains out.
doing some kind of AI DSP because that's what he does. You know what I mean? He does like he plays apes in Planet of the Apes. He plays
All
Gollum.
right, finish it.
It'd be very funny if we just got AI or like motion rigged DSP played by Andy Serkis.
Who's Andy Serkis?
Why the hell his
He played
blood
Gollum.
sack cuts like a knife?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had this dumb idea.
and he
for
played
a
the
minute.
apes in Planet of the Apes. So he'd be great. He'd be great DSP.
I had this dumb idea, and he fits into this, where it would be funny as hell if you did a DSP movie, but every other shot it's a different actor.
Decapitation.
Oh yes.
And so then you can have, at some point, he's doing the golem posing as Phil.
Yeah. And then you have like John Cena as Phil
Decapitation, baby.
Yep.
for like 5 seconds.
Best one, though, is when you got the Tommy Wiseau
Oh, come on.
as Phil.
Oh, Tommy Wiseau would love to be DSP.
Fuck. We're done.
I need your support. I need it. I need
The whole
it.
internet's against me!
Yeah. It's not true. I didn't do it.
They all go blind.
I was scratching my leg. You'd have to have Tommy Wiseau be like the day after the incident. Either you'd have him do the day after the incident, or you'd have him
Sacrifice
do that
himself.
stream where DSP debunks 7 years of slander.
That'd be a good one.
That being Tommy Wiseau.
No,
would be
that did not
supremely
happen.
funny.
It did not.
Yeah, it did not happen.
Oh, hi, Jade.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Jade. How's your sex life? He's so funny.
Well, I guess I'll die a virgin.
Yeah, it's like that Pee Wee Herman laugh in this era where he's like, ah. And I'm a Pee Wee Herman enjoyer, so.
I
kinda
never
hate that.
liked him. I found him creepy and unsettling.
Oh, I love. See, I think
This
Pee
is
Wee
for the
Herman is some of the best
Cobots, the
like
Rock
physical
Lords,
comedy ever. Pee
the
Wee's Big
Psychobots,
Adventure is my
and all the
favorite
other
film.
third-rate
My
transforming robots
favorite
that never
film
got their
ever.
due.
I love it. And like some cinema snobs love Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Explosion.
I had film professors in college. They were very
Game
split.
over.
I would talk to some of my film
Smokey
professors
Bacon
that'd be
is the
like,
name of
"Yes,
the
Pee Wee's
achievement.
Big
What the
Adventure,
fuck?
work of art, very like
Wow.
revolutionary, kind of
Epilogue. Oh,
weird
okay. You can speak the
filmmaking."
game.
And I talked to other professors that were like total shit. Where if a
Epilogue.
film
Feast on
divides
delicious smoky
like
bacon.
film intellectuals, it's probably doing something
And
right.
bacon sandwiches.
Probably.
I guess so.
That's probably a good thing. Oh yeah, and this is the ending. Isn't this the ending that he talks over the entire thing?
It
Yeah,
sure
it
looks
is.
like it.
I remember this.
What the fuck is Pyramid? I don't get it. They never really explained it.
Assassin's Creed ruled.
Yeah. I'm playing Assassin's Creed
we're gonna
Resynced,
find out.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, and I really enjoy that. It's a good package.
Is this the man behind
You're probably morally against Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I could see you
Well,
Doing
pirates
some
do
weird-ass
suck.
robot
They do
dance.
suck.
because it's because it's
Andy
about
Serkis
pirates.
was behind
It's
it.
But
literally
also,
about
I
pirates.
didn't like the game in general. I didn't like the future segments when I was walking around inside.
All
upstairs
those
there.
are gone. All
That's
those
just
are
it.
gone.
Yo, he's doing a fucking DJ
I didn't even
riff
like
over
the.
there.
I didn't even like
DJ
that they
Circus, son.
continued the future stuff. I felt like the future stuff should have stopped with Desmond Miles.
you? Who's been
And-
attacking
Yeah,
us?
there is no future stuff
Enslaving
in this
us.
version of it. They took that all out. And they're like, no, you're gonna keep pirating.
Not good.
People from the wasteland.
Yeah, pirates are lame. And also,
Yeah, I know.
I-
You're morally opposed to pirates.
I always thought the Assassin's Creed dudes worked best because the assassins. There's a lexotomy or a chart to this.
Sure.
Ninjas are obviously the pinnacle, and then
That's what I keep
the closest thing to a ninja you would think mostly is rogue. But it's actually assassin, of course. And
Right.
assassins are at the midway point, another midway point between ninja and monk.
Yes.
So an assassin should always be kind of monk-like, kind of detached from the world.
They do have a creed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has to be kind of almost like geographical. Like you have to be on land.
A douche.
And so a pirate can't really be a monk, not really, because he's robbing and stealing too much.
Right.
But and so then you've got who else do you have? I don't even know who the other dudes
they
are
live
in
in
the
a
other
virtual
Assassin's
world like
Creed.
the
What are they?
Matrix.
You have in Assassin's Creed 3, for example.
Yeah, they're all
you have
living in a
Connor.
virtual
He's
world
Native
of-
American.
Yeah.
Becomes
The world blew up.
assassin.
And Native American is good because that's kind of got like a tribal element to it. And Koga and Iga were tribes of ninjas.
Yes.
You have no schools.
That kind of follows Ezio in Assassin's Creed 2 and 3 and Brotherhood was just kind
There's
of
a wasteland.
a dude whose father was an assassin and he
What a
inherited
twist.
it. He's kind of just a playboy, to be honest. Because
I
before
always-
he becomes
So
an
what's better,
assassin,
living
he's
in a
sleeping with
real
a
world
bunch
that's
of
a
ladies
wasteland
and
or a
he's doing
virtual world
cool
that's
Italian guy
paradise?
stuff. You know?
Yeah.
For the sake of the old.
I'll even go with the other side of the Italian thing. I think it would have been cool to have him be kind of like a proto-mafia.
See what
But like an honorable
Yeah.
mafia. And that, that
Yeah.
fictional element.
The old country.
Yeah. That would have been fun. What was I talking about?
Go on.
The various assassins in Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed.
assassin dudes. I liked
Don't do it.
I wanted to like the Russian one. I didn't like it as much. The Russian one was not entertaining me.
Oh,
I
there
haven't
was
played the
there was
Chinese
a there was a Russian one.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
there was a Russian, Chinese, and I believe an Indian one. And they
Oh
were
yeah,
these arcade
the
games.
smaller games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the Chinese and the Russian one. I did not enjoy the Russian one.
Ooh.
The Chinese one I might play.
Andy Serkis
And
didn't age
I
very
don't
well.
really have as much interest in Indian culture. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's, but
That's fair.
Remember, the
Yeah.
5th of November.
and so I remember I did enjoy
Monkey?
which is the one with the black girl, black woman.
That is. I know the one you're talking about. It takes place in Louisiana.
I enjoyed that one.
is it? It's not Revolution. It
Oh,
it has a name,
beautiful.
but we
Beautiful
know the one.
bullshit.
It takes
Rebellion
place
or something like
in
that.
Louisiana. It was on the PSP originally.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I thought that
Yeah.
one was good.
Huh? Being
I felt
distorted.
that it did
Why?
it kind of was the template of how I thought the rest of the series was going to go, where it was just
Oh, shit,
finding
what
various artifacts from history
Oh.
that recontextualize
Fuck 'em
history
up.
with the new information.
Yes,
And I thought
like
that
the
was cool.
Spear of Destiny, and
you,
yeah,
Pyramid
yep,
Head.
yep.
Then I lost track around Unity. I should probably play Unity. Is it good?
Unity is good, like legitimately good.
And is Syndicate good?
I like
No,
Syndicate.
the prune
I
juice, the
like
prune juice is
Syndicate a
directly
lot
injected into my
because
body.
you're London street kids who become assassins. Is kind
Yeah, I
of
want to buy
the
these.
context behind that.
I'm gonna buy these.
It's done.
Which one Assassin's Creed games? I just don't
'Cause
like all this shit with
I played Syndicate recently, like within the past year or
Now you're
two.
free to
It
suck
still
my
holds
cock.
up. It's you hang out with Charles Dickens. It's very cool. You meet Florence Nightingale.
Yeah, okay. How much is this? $7.49? Alright, let's get that. Add to
Oh
cart.
wow. Yeah.
How much is the other one? I do want to play the Ninja one at some point, but I don't know. I'll work my way up to it. I'm gonna wait till there's some mods that make it less that arcadey shit.
Oh, and
Hello, we
Karl
got the-
Marx
Where the fuck
is
am I?
in Assassin's
Wait,
Creed
I'm
Syndicate,
covered in
by the
shit.
way.
Looks like I haven't
Yeah.
taken these pants off
You'll
in 5
you'll
years.
like that because you hang out with Dickens and you hang out with Karl Marx at some point, and he's talking about organizing and
Fucking
seizing
Andy
the means of
Serkis.
production.
Guess
Literally,
he's a big
he's
head after
trying
he
to
played
shut
Gollum.
down like the textile
Now I have to put up with
factories
this shit.
because they're working the children to death.
All right, free
It's
the
actually like a
slaves.
pretty good.
Alright, say no more.
All chapters on
It's
normal.
a pretty good like Marxist
complete-
subplot. you
Oh.
play
Say no
through.
more. I
There's
want to be
Yes.
surprised with
which
where
is
it
free the
goes.
slaves. Then there's complete all chapters on easy, and then complete all chapters on normal.
But Syndicate is
Cool. Get a shit
Syndicate is
ton of,
definitely worth playing. I would
Achievements
Probably
right there at the end of the
recommend
game. You
playing-
Cash in, and that's it.
Unity. I'm trying to think what comes before
Hey,
what.
to get a
I
chance.
I
you
want
know,
to say
it's a pretty
Unity
solid
is
game. It's
before
over 10
Syndicate.
hours long.
Yeah, it must be.
So if you want to get it as a rental,
Yeah.
maybe, and
The
play it over
timeline
a
gets
long
so
weekend,
murky.
pretty
I'm
good
gonna say
And I don't know
Assassin's
about
Creed
playing
recommend
like
it. I
the
said pick it up.
like the Egypt ones and stuff like
And I'm
that.
gonna end this
And
video
the reason why
because
I'm more
I don't
cautious
care what
about that is
happens during the credits, and it
I'm
seems
not
like the
going to
game's
enjoy
over, so.
all that
All right.
looty, grindy shit.
Hope you
Like, I'm
enjoyed
not
it.
playing Valhalla. That one's not happening.
Oh, you know what? I like Valhalla, but it is grindy. I enjoy Valhalla because I like Viking shit. I think you gotta like Viking shit to like Valhalla.
Same thing with the Greek one. I have no interest in Greek mythology, and Roman mythology was never that interesting to me.
Mhm.
Spirit
Okay,
World
so
stuff
it was
kind of fun
it was
stuff.
Unity. It was Unity before Syndicate. Interesting. I just looked up the release order. So yeah, it was Unity before Syndicate. Oh, cool! Wow. Well, thanks for having me on, Len. This was
Yes,
this was
absolutely.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for stopping by. All of you have a wonderful night.